You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Congratulations! Hi, my name is Mark, and your side quest is over. That's right, your mission has been completed. You found this podcast. Whether you rolled that D20 or you did that whole up, up, down, down, left, right, select, start, whatever combination Konami code that was. I can't remember. I'm old. Leave me alone. Anyway, you're probably listening to this on a mobile device. iOS, Android, Windows. But did you also know that you can find this show along with so many others like it? Although admittedly there are no shows quite like this one. Believe me, I know. I've looked. But you can always find the latest episode of this show at Tangibound Network. Go to tangiboundnetwork.com, look it up, check it out, listen from the site. It's even mobile friendly. How awesome is that? Go check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuke, Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale is just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Jeff defends Aquaman, Blake's just not listening. What? Jason impersonates Michael Keaton.
Some people just want to watch World Bond.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Blake's
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got
Jason
one more.
just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's a history of bad.
So bad.
It's a history of bad ideas. It's a history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's a history of bad. It's a history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 108. I'm Jason,
I'm Jeff.
I'm Blake.
and we have no guests in the studio this week.
Just our boring asses.
Yeah,
Nobody exciting to talk to.
nobody likes us this week.
No.
So I sent a message out to Neil, kind of rude, from Dark Angels Pretty Freaks. He never even decided to respond. I mean, granted, I sent it out 10 minutes ago. Damn you, Neil. Damn you. See if I share a bowling ball with you again.
Who's our director of communications? He should be fired.
I majored in communications. Dear God, communications. Simpsons reference.
Great Simpsons line.
What did you major in, Jeff?
Communications.
Oh, yay! Blake, what'd you major in? Kicking ass?
Speech communication, emphasis in public relations.
Really?
I was going to be a spin doctor.
Wow. Why didn't you?
I realized it was all bullshit.
Oh, okay.
What life decided to say, that's really not what's going to happen.
Yeah, instead I'm in finance and accounting. Go figure that out. How the hell did that happen?
It was the stripper you dated. It just went downhill after that, huh? Allegedly. Allegedly.
That was my health.
Syphilis? I didn't know this was still around.
Damn it. Herpes? What do you mean that's for life?
Damn it! Crabs.
There's no pill I can take for that?
Well, never mind.
Yeah, the best part, actually, that reminds me I just saw the latest episode of It's Sunny in Philadelphia. And that's how the episode ends. Charlie's like, yeah, that was a hooker. I better go to the doctor too now.
I have not watched a new Sunny in Phillies yet. So I'm still
catching up on last season.
That's what I'm doing.
The latest episode was a spin-off of those 1980s ski movies. Ski
God.
party movies.
Ski Patrol.
Yeah, Ski
School.
Patrol. And it's got like guys that if they had grown up, their age still there working, and they're horrible losers. And they still do the stupid pranks and everything. And Dee and Mac are like, I don't think you can do that. No, that's sexual assault.
So it's kind of like the whitewater rafting cruise, the guides. Once you hit about 40, it's like, oh, you're still doing this?
What are you still doing? Exactly. That's what
of course, then I go to my cubicle and I'm like, God, I wouldn't get what I would give to be that now.
Yeah. Same thing with like stripping. Although I hear there's a famous Atlanta strip club, as I was informed this past weekend, of like strippers when you get over age. There's a famous strip club for like older middle-aged women.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Well, we're off to Atlanta.
We're going there. No, one of
trip.
the ladies, she's like 50 years old. She owns the place and runs it. And her big thing is that she can still crush beer cans in between her breasts. See, these are things that sailors are aware of throughout the U.S. And I get informed of these things. So when I talk and we exchange stories, I'm informed of these things. So okay, so Atlanta, boop, click it, put the itinerary back in there whenever I get through.
Sailors
there.
pull into that Atlanta port.
All the middle-aged hookers go out or strippers go out.
Well, back in the day, there was a man called Senator Nunn, and there actually are some Navy facilities outside of Atlanta, actually in Athens, Georgia. There used to be there. They've been since relocated to other parts of the Navy.
So when does the Coast Guard get their headquarters out of West Virginia?
When does everything get out of West Virginia?
Who knows?
West Virginia doesn't even have a coast, yet they have like the Coast Guard.
They have creeks.
Yeah.
Cricks.
They got cricks.
They got cricks. Well, West Virginia, if there's any listeners in West Virginia, it's wild and wonderful.
Yes.
Virginia is for lovers.
Oh, Virginia.
And then you go to West Virginia, that's wild and wonderful. So when you're going through those
Western
two states,
lovers.
you're in for a lot of fun.
Cousin lovers.
Exactly.
No offense to West Virginia.
No, but West Virginia, I believe I saw a stat for like the past 70 years. What was the congressman that never, one of those congressmen that never died?
Robert Byrd.
Byrd? Yeah, Robert Byrd. They even got the Robert Byrd Highway, etc.
Yeah, the one that goes right to his doorstep.
Yeah, West Virginia for like the past 70 years until Byrd passed away was like one of the number one states for pork barrel money programs that got funneled into that state. And look where they're at now. They're still like, what, 51-50?
I mean, that's why the Coast Guard was in there, because Senator Byrd got them in there. I mean,
That's it. Exactly.
Do you think there should be like term limits on that? Like, you should not be in Congress for 70 years.
I think it's bullshit.
agree.
I completely agree.
12 years, tops. Have a good day.
It shouldn't be a full-time job.
That's correct.
You should meet, 3 months out of the year, and then you have to find another job the rest of the year.
Well, they do meet through about 3 months, 3 months a year, but they get paid for all year.
Yeah, for somebody that wants to bitch about vacation and childcare and welfare and health and retirement benefits, those people are the ones to be cut first.
I think Canada's got it right. Their political election, I think, Nick will back me up on this, takes 2 months of basically, candidate ads, and that's it. It's like, wow, that would be wonderful. We have 2 years.
Exactly. As I could talk for hours on this political topic, but I don't want to. I don't want to, because all I'll do is piss me off.
Do you think we could do, like, the candidates could do, like, a Hunger Games thing for a process of elimination?
That would be cooler.
I like that idea.
That would be.
Got that idea.
Who would win out of the current crop of candidates?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You'd have to be younger and fitter, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Sanders is gone.
Hillary's gone.
Trump's got to have a heart attack on the field, right?
Yeah, or his hair gets in the way.
Chris Christie.
Chris Christie.
He'd be the first one gone.
I'm not doing this. I'm done. I'm out.
That's the guy you save to eat later.
Rubio would probably survive.
Rubio's
would
pretty
be pretty
young.
good. Is Bobby Jindal still involved?
No, he quit.
He quit?
He was
Okay.
at less than 1%.
Okay.
And he quit.
What about-
9%?
Rand Paul, he's still kind of young, isn't he?
He is. I think Rubio could take him in a Hunger Games.
Rubio probably could.
Yeah. Jeb?
Jeb,
Nobody would have paid attention to him.
All of a sudden,
kind of a big
all
guy.
of a sudden, two guys are fighting. They're stabbing each other. They both fall up dead. And Jeb walks in from behind a tree. He's like, "Did I win?"
With an exclamation point. Jeb.
Or have him do like American Gladiators course.
Ooh. Who's got the Q-tips? The giant
Exactly.
Q-tips.
Oh, they got to run in the Atlas spheres.
Yeah.
I want to see Chris Christie
In an
run.
atmosphere. Did you see the guy up in the Crazy Oregon Sanctuary who challenged Christie to a sumo wrestling match?
Why?
Why not?
Because they're crazy. He's standing there in one of those sumo diapers, like screaming out like a wrestler does at his rival to Chris Christie. Because apparently Christie made some comment about the crazies up
Wranglers.
there, and so he said, come in here and we'll sumo, and if you beat me just 1 out of 10 times, we'll all leave.
The the best is that those guys like thought they were going to get like mainstream media, and they thought they were going to get like major, like everybody would be on their sides. Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cares.
Oh, come on. The people who are sending them dildos and lube are on their
That's
sides.
hilarious.
Now that takes effort.
Can I ask Heno from Idaho? You're probably the closest we know to a cowboy, because you're in Idaho. What is your take on this Oregon thing? I'm kind of intrigued by it.
You mean one of those Canadian cowboys?
He is a Canadian cowboy. You know, every episode I listen to of Graphic Novice, I feel worse and worse that we did not give Nickel floppy outright. I can't get over it. Every time I'm like, I don't know why I listen to Graphic Novice. I get sadder every time because of this.
It's still stuck in his craw, huh?
Yeah, I keep saying, we're open to bribes.
He did
All the
bribe us.
time.
Yeah.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. That's how American politics works. Keep it coming. What have you done for me lately?
They bought us a jersey.
Write that.
Personalized.
That's right. Write that donation check. Keep it coming.
I feel really bad, Nickel. I really do. That's being sincere. Every time I'm like, we should have given it to him.
That's because we let Doug have a vote.
Fucker. God. Man.
He gets no vote next year.
No vote.
Unless
he shows up.
Well, he has to bribe us for it. Pez will probably get him a vote.
He did bring us a lot of Pez this year.
He did.
Yeah.
Mr. Morris did, and Scab Jeff did not.
No, he gets no vote in anything.
No.
Matter of fact, we'll let him vote and then give him a minus to everything he votes for.
I like that. I did see the movie Spy this weekend.
Melissa McCarthy?
Yes.
She shit in a sink?
She did?
She did? Oh.
My wife got to pick.
Oh.
And she's like, I just want something lighthearted. I was like, I'm kind of with you. It's been a shitty week. Let's do lighthearted. And I was like, I've actually heard decent things about Spy. And we were trying to go through like some of the Golden Globe and Oscar winners. Unfortunately, how Spy is a Golden Globe nominee. But anyways, so we turn it on, and I look at my wife and I go, when I talk about this on the podcast, first thing Blake's going to say is, did she shit in a sink? And my wife did appreciate that. She did like that joke. But she did not shit in a sink. The first half was not good. It was a Melissa McCarthy, I'm shy, I'm the one in the background, blah, blah, blah. Second half, hilarious. I was shocked. As soon as she dropped that front and acted like a badass bodyguard, it was hilarious. It was a hard R rating, which I was shocked by.
Oh, it was already?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
cussed up a storm. I don't know if there's any nudity in it. But the most annoying character was Jason Statham. He was annoying in it, but he was funny at parts because he always exaggerated what he did.
And let me tell you, so Jason Statham. Where's he going to go?
Is that your Jason
Are
Statham?
you going to put your gun in?
It's actually a pretty damn
Going to
good
sit in? Sit down. Shut up.
Some
I'm in
people-
control here. There you go. Okay, anyway, so yeah.
I was waiting for it, Jay.
I'm going to deliver this briefcase, and you're going to take it.
I don't understand how you're so much better at it than
I don't
me.
know.
And I practice. Well, on the show.
You practice? I feel sorry for your wife if you're sitting around practicing
I did
this.
try to make impersonations around the house, and my wife cuts me off right. No, just stop. No, you're
Well,
awful.
I know you do your Stephen Hawking around her all the
People
time.
think I'm smart because I type on a computer. Anyways, moving
And
on.
talk like this.
Please send your complaints to Jason at Graphic Novels. But no, the second half was fun. I actually enjoyed it for that second half. That first half was not horrible, but it was not good. And it was like, oh, typical Melissa McCarthy thing. But like I said, once it started getting to the R rating, like they were pushing, it was enjoyable.
I gotta ask, does Melissa McCarthy have a typical thing yet? I mean...
No, like a franchise?
Well, it's like she
Spies
does
becoming the
that
franchise.
typical thing that she does. I'm like,
Well-
have I seen her in enough to say that's a typical thing she does?
I feel like, and this is not her. This is not because she is a bigger woman. I get that. That's not an insult against her. But writers, I feel like, are lazy and cater to that.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I feel like she
It's
did. in
easy to
Bridesmaids.
stereotype a big fat lady.
Yes. It does that in Bridesmaids. They did it in Spy. There was another one she did, Tammy. I didn't see it, but even the previews, like she's having trouble getting over the counter. Okay. When she's robbing. And so I feel like it's easy and cheap what the writers do. That was kind of the first half. The second half, there was none of that. I was like, thank you. You did a good job trying to make it funny without going to the easy route. And there was a drinking game. I told my wife, take a drink. She was pregnant, so she didn't. But Jude Law was in it.
Okay.
I haven't seen Jude
Really?
Law in years.
No, yeah, he's been under a rock, hasn't he?
Well, after Alfie, or what was that?
Oh, yeah, he was in the remake of Alfie.
Yeah, that was not good.
We're not going to look up what Jude Law's been up to lately.
He was in, what's the one,
Sophie's-
Gattaca?
Oh, that was lately?
Gattaca
was in
no,
the 90s.
years ago.
It was horrible, so it felt like lately.
Oh, Gattaca.
I hate
You're
it.
like the only person I know who hates that movie.
Well, I call number one fan Doug on this one.
Okay, you and Doug are the only people I know who hate that movie.
Gattaca was okay.
Hated it. Was that Joaquin Phoenix in it? In Gattaca?
No, that was Ethan Hawke.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Hawk.
okay.
Ethan Hawke.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure. But yeah, I mean.
And what's her name? That one honey bunny.
Not Gwyneth Paltrow. I know who you talk about. Shoot, who was that? Well, Jeff's looking it up.
Jeff's looking it up.
Wasn't it Uma Thurman?
Uma Thurman. That's who it
Oomba,
is.
yeah, that's right, it was
Beat
Oomba.
Girl.
Yeah.
Toad Girl.
Didn't they marry Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman?
Did they? I think so. I'm sure.
Uma
Before
Thurman
that.
married somebody. I thought it was Ethan Hawke.
I'm not up to date on my Us
Then they
Weekly.
divorced.
But I mean, like,
Or
I
was
said,
that a movie? In the late 90s.
Jason's not up to Us Weekly because he's too busy reading the Sexiest Man Alive People magazine.
Durr, Mel Gibson. I'm only into 1996. I'm a little bit behind on my people. Whatever happened to Mel Gibson? Is he still relevant now?
Yeah, they're still making fun of him on the Golden Globes.
So yeah, Spy. Check it out if you have nothing else to watch. It's not a horrible film. It's
Or
good. It's,
wait for the red box for $1.
yeah, I mean, we got it for $4.
There you go.
So
Did you overpay for it?
no,
Okay.
it was enjoyable. We needed a lighthearted movie, and it was fine. So I would give it a C+, B-. It wasn't horrible.
Oh, C+, according to Entertainment Weekly, that's a terrible.
Fuck Entertainment Weekly on that.
They rip on a movie so bad they give it a C+. I'm like, wait a minute, the review I just read was a D at best.
You know what? You should read my reviews on nerdly.co.uk. That will be where you get your good reviews.
There
You like
we
that
go.
plug? And then in 2 weeks, Deadpool will be up, my movie review of that.
All right.
Yeah. You can also find us
If you
on...
want, I could put my Deadpool movie review up now.
What is it?
I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to write it, but
Oh, okay, without seeing it?
without seeing it. Oh,
I like it.
It was great. They made some jokes. They kicked some ass. B-.
Non-spoiler review. Didn't see it.
Make a Deadpool spoof review.
Ooh, I like it. It would be very in vain. It would be in the vein of Deadpool to do spoofs on it.
Yeah, it would.
Are you interested in Deadpool, Blake?
Yeah, I am actually.
It looks good.
It does. It looks good.
We're going Thursday night, February 11th, if you're interested.
I
We
don't
have
know what's going
recliner
on.
seats.
We'll have
We
to see what's
recliner
going on.
seats. And then my Cardinals lost this week. Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
It's a moment. Carson Palmer, 6 turnovers,
Oh, it was up to 6.
4 interceptions,
Keeps
2 fumbles.
increasing.
They actually are giving him more as the week goes
A little
on.
more as it go on. That's right.
He looked like he was lost on that one play. We're up to 7. How about 7 now? So it was a rough game.
Well,
Rough game.
then you forgot about the ones that he turned over on Monday after the game was over.
He handed a ball to a kid. That was a turnover.
He ate a turnover.
Yeah.
Apple.
From McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat McDonald's.
Must have been a horrible Sunday.
We're never going to get... They don't. They make good Sundays.
No, they don't. No, I forgot. Also, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know, I forgot to mention. We just talked about it earlier, but in one of the scenes, they cut to a guy in a recliner, and I said, "Man, that looks like Chris Farley, uncannily like Chris Farley." It was Kevin Farley. I checked the credits.
Oh, his brother.
Yeah,
He looks like Chris.
he does.
He was great in the VH1 movie Together.
I didn't see that.
Don't know what that is.
They doing a spoof on boy bands.
Oh.
He was the older brother type in the boy band.
Oh, that thing you did was a spoof on boy bands.
The thing you did? No, that was 70 or
Just
50s
kidding.
music.
That thing. That was a good song the first 7 times you heard it in the movie.
Yeah.
After that.
No, in Together they did You plus Me equals Us.
Ooh. Was it as good as the one from the Hugh Grant, Drew Barrymore?
Oh, terrible song.
I really like that movie, the Hugh Grant, Drew
the
Barrymore.
music and lyrics. I enjoy
That is really a good film.
You know, for Waze for a while, I had that boy band voice on Waze.
Wazzy.
Yeah. You know,
it's
it used to
called
be, they come up and be like, Turn left.
Really?
Turn right.
Did you put some beatboxing in the back?
Hazard located ahead.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
It's an app for traffic.
Yeah.
And it tells you. Jeff just got a smartphone this year. Just leave him
Yeah,
alone.
let him alone.
There's apps. You download them.
I've got apps.
Okay, good.
Just
no,
no
not
traffic.
abs. Apps.
No, I don't
There's
have
no-
abs.
Not appetizers. I'm not telling
Oh,
appetizers.
okay.
Speaking of McDonald's, did you see they got mozzarella sticks now they're selling?
They're not that good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that McDonald's doesn't have any good food.
McMozzarella McSticks. What do they call it? McSticks? McMots?
I
McTater
think
tots.
they just call them mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella
Yeah, I
sticks?
think they do.
Oh, no Mick.
No McRibs. They're out now.
You know, I like McRib. Although you look at that frozen meat shingle, whatever it is, it doesn't look like anything natural.
If you have to shape the meat so it looks like ribs.
Yeah, artificially put indentations in it. Yeah.
Really? I thought they were grilling in the back with that. It looked pretty lifelike.
Because at first I looked at them like, oh, it looks like ribs. Shouldn't we remove the bones? Oh. There's no bones in that. Oh, they're ground real fine.
We're never going to get the McDonald's sponsorship, are we?
No.
Damn it. That's fine. Quick thing. Speaking of fast food, on Twitter, the Wendy's official Twitter handle or Twitter account posted that they have a $4 for $4 meal,
Yeah.
and Burger King came back and
They got
said
5 for $4.
we got a 5 for $4. What was it? I hate you all.
Whoa! 5 for $4 live at Burger King. Come on, drive on through.
Burger King put the 5 for $4 and say
You got the Burger for 99 cents.
they said, Wendy's, what do you have now to top this? And they wrote back, edible food. That was all they wrote back, and Burger King stopped tweeting it.
Yeah. That's funny.
That was funny that the
I don't
Wendy's
know.
official count did it.
Yeah, the biggest difference you got at Burger King for their 5 for $4, you get a chocolate chip cookie.
Really?
Yeah.
What is the 5 for? Like, do you get 5 items, or is it like...
They're like little
5 specific items.
Really?
little
You
5
get a
kid
small
size
drink,
items.
a small fry, a
Small burger.
4-piece nuggets, a small burger, and you get a cookie at Burger King.
How can you be hungry after that?
I think that's a full day's calories and fat count for.
Oh, the cookie pushes it over.
Yeah.
How can that curb your appetite? That's like 4 small things.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I just ate 4 Pez. Come on.
That's a little bit smaller than the 5 for $4.
It's about 400 calories a bite.
Ooh, a Pez? Is that what it is?
No, the Burger King.
Yeah, I'm not a big Burger King fan.
I like Burger King.
No idea?
Over McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's, their burgers are not good.
No, they're horrible.
Like rubber.
Yeah.
Salt. It's all salted meat. Very salty meat. Burger King, I like the Burger King's got the flame broil. That's good.
If we actually do fast food like Wendy's, Burger King, or something like that, the only place we go is Wendy's. It's
Wendy's is pretty good. So I worked at Burger King one summer before my high school year. In high school, yeah, in the summer before my high school year. Mm-hmm. I was the fries and specialty sandwich
Big
guy.
fries are done.
fries are
Big
done.
fries are done.
Fries are done. I'm not a big fan of the Burger King fries at all.
I like them. They're good.
Have you
They're
tried?
alright. I like them.
Yeah.
I do like the Arby's curly fries. Those are fun.
I don't like those.
I like curly fries. You know, I was in California this past weekend.
San Diego area.
Yeah, San Diego. And my first night there, I got in late from the airport. I had to get something to eat. Into my Waze, I plugged in In-N-Out Burger because I heard so much about In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Really?
In-N-Out Burger sucks, but the fries were good. They were different, but the burger sucked. It was horrible. I just got the regular cheeseburger. I guess.
You ordered it wrong.
That's what I think I did because I'm looking at all these, California weird people in there, and they're all getting like the double cheeseburger, which is what I should have got because that patty was about as thin as this piece of paper.
No, that's what I hear about In-N-Out Burger is like people there love it, and then like everybody else who has it for the first time don't understand why.
Why?
And then like apparently they say, well, you ordered it wrong. You're like, if there's a proper way to order it, it should be the way you walk in and order.
It should be on the fucking menu.
If I have to give a special order to get it right, then the company's doing it wrong.
Exactly.
I like Five Guys. burger.
Well, Five Guys burgers are excellent.
Those are amazing.
They're great, but I hate paying $10 for a burger.
Yeah, and the calorie count is pretty high. I do like how they do those. We go for a small fry. Here's a bag of them. They just keep scooping
4
them
people
in.
can split a small
Small
fry.
fry. No, it's good food though. Even the hot dog isn't bad. The hot dog is actually like real beef in that. We get that for my kids once in a while. I haven't had that restaurant
When
in
you
year,
say that
in
like
about a
that's
year.
a good thing.
What?
I like pork dogs.
I like hot dogs.
Well,
I
yeah.
like hot dogs of any type.
No, but you're
It's
like,
real beef. It's not pig snouts and assholes.
100% beef hot dogs I don't particularly care
Just
for.
made by assholes
That's right.
and eaten by assholes.
That's right.
Five Guys is probably my favorite, but that's not. I don't know if that's real fast food because you have to wait. It's more like a Chipotle, wouldn't you think?
It would probably fall in. I mean, it doesn't take them that long. And
Have you had White Castles recently? Or Crystals?
I only have White Castles if I'm constipated and need something to move everything through.
it's been
Otherwise, and I can't eat that stuff because I'll end up gassing everybody out too.
Yeah, I think everybody gasses.
At work, my boss always every once in a while will throw White Castles, and I'm like, no White Castles. Oh, you don't like White? I said, I like White Castles. White Castles don't like me. I said, if you want to deal with the consequences, go get White Castles.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't had White Castles since I was like 21.
Oh, okay. And I had a couple months ago. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Leaving here, I wanted to get something to eat. It was just about midnight, and I pull up to White Castles to get something to eat. They were closed.
Really?
24 hours. So I'm like, crap, they're fucking closed. How the hell can they be closed?
The one by the studio?
No.
Oh, okay.
The one close to my house.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I pulled off the expressway. There's the one right there.
Okay.
Off the expressway to get home. I'm like, crap. Well, I'll hit Steak and Shake. I go to Steak and Shake. They're closed.
What the hell's going on?
And I'm like, you guys are both open 24-hour restaurants. How can you both be closed on the same night?
24 hours, but not in a row.
24 hours a week.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Health Commission shuts them down after midnight due to the digestive problems they had at the emergency room.
The Health Commission said, we can't really in good faith keep you open that long, but we can keep you open 24 hours, total a week. That's it.
But not in a row.
That's right. The rats get too fat.
That's right.
Just stop it. You can't have it.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
Moving right along.
I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. You mentioned something about Star Wars and how they didn't have like toys with Rey or whatnot. I heard
Limited toys.
I heard a reason for this. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure.
I think I know where you're going with it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, they said they didn't have all these toys with Rey released before the movie because she has a lightsaber in the toys they're designing, and they didn't want to throw any spoilers to the movie.
That is the politically correct Disney and Hasbro.
That's a good cover your ass answer.
It's a good answer.
It has come out that Disney talked about, tweeted this out, and then they kind of deleted it quick, that basically Hasbro told them that girls' toys don't sell. Like, they didn't say that specifically, but they said that is it. Like, in the meetings, a Hasbro meeting, like Sony's pictures.
That's not going to sell. Not going to sell. Go ahead, put her in the Princess Leia bikini. That'll sell.
Yeah, because all the little girls will want Princess Leia bikinis.
Can we open up with her in a Princess Leia bikini in a hot tub on Tatooine? Or Jaka. The big sand planet. Tunisia.
Tunisia. The planet Tunisia.
Wait a minute. Oh, no. Got a problem with Muslims and Sharia law.
But you do realize, sir, Mr. Hasbro...
in space in the future, can we put her in a thong?
Do they have thongs?
Can we attach a laser pistol to the thong? Like another little strap there at the bottom. Like a cowboy. Yeah. Assless chaps, sir. Yeah, great idea. Can we put her in assless chaps with a thong bikini and Princess Leia top?
You mean kind of like what Vince Neil wore for...
Hold on a second. Can we put her in chains? Can we put a chain around her neck with a leash around it? And can we have somebody yank her around on it?
Matter of fact, sir, we'll design a character to look just like you to chain her to.
I like it. I was supposed to have that part, the guy that gives out that disc food. What is that? They signed me up for that, right?
There was a cut scene.
Saying, hey, for an extra 4 portions more, you can come into the back here, little lady. put this on.
I love
It's
how...
a thong with a laser pistol
But it's very
attached to
important
it.
because we're showing sexism is still alive and well in the universe.
You could make me crawl around on all fours and ride me.
Has this become a
Well,
quintessential...
that's equal opportunity.
Is this become a Tarantino film? I feel kind of weird.
Sir, you've been cut from production. That's good. I need 50 Shades of Grey.
The toy line.
The toy line. All right.
Right, toy line.
Oh. Buy Hasbro.
I heard Meg has a whole collection.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, who was it you said just followed us? What was his name? Who just started following
History
us?
Buffs podcast.
Imagine history buffs listening to this right now, thinking they're going to get some shit about Napoleon.
We're doing the history of Hasbro toys.
Or the executive that got fired from Kenner, right?
You know, when we release this episode, I'm going to link it to History Buffs podcast. The history of Hasbro toys. Follow. I will say that was what Hasbro executive said is that boys do not buy girl toys. Bullshit. And I think
parents buy the toys.
Yeah. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter if it's a boy or girl or a man or a woman. If it's a kick-ass character, they don't care. They're not as short-sighted as you fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, this isn't Barbie.
Just don't make them pink.
Yeah, this isn't Barbie and Ken shit we're talking about. These are action figures, okay?
So I have a daughter.
These aren't gender role figures.
I have a fucking issue when they make Superman suit, a shirt for Superman. And she's she's Lodal, and it's pink. It doesn't have to be fucking pink just because she's a girl.
You mean
it's
Supergirl?
A Supergirl shirt.
No, it's a Superman. It's a different logo thing.
Are you talking Superman or you said you're...
Superman.
But girls
Superman
don't wear
has a pink?
Superman shirts.
Oh, that's right. They don't wear that. That's right.
Girls wear Supergirl shirts.
Bullshit.
You gotta get this straight.
They even make the Flash, who does not have a female speedster, and is pink. It doesn't have to be fucking pink, people. God, I refuse to buy any, football jerseys. I refuse to buy any pink fucking football jerseys. You know?
But it helps breast cancer awareness.
Sorry, I should be on Culture Babble right now.
Note to self, next Brigger boys' birthdays, buy them pink Bengal uniforms.
That's fine.
There you go.
But anyway, so yeah, that was the Hasbro thing is, oh shit. And now they're backtracking.
Like, whoops. Oh, that's not what we meant.
Yeah, and did you tell me that Monopoly, they decide to put Ray in now? No,
I didn't tell you that.
They pushed it back a couple weeks, and now they're making a Ray character. Oh no, she's in it. We're getting her. You just didn't see her in the promo. Nope. Yeah. Nice try. They did say that they pushed back. Should be the News Geek, but it's not. They pushed back Star Wars Episode 8 to December.
To December
of that year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see why?
No, but I just read the headline.
Why they're doing it?
Why they're doing it?
I just read the headline and cursed and threw it off the side.
They're doing it because they make more money in December than they do in the summer.
That was one of it. They're rewriting it because they said they did not realize that Finn and Rey and the new characters would be more popular than the old characters, and so they're putting them in it more. And I'm like, what was the movie going to be about originally?
Well, I thought they were going to get to hook up.
Though,
I thought they were going to hook up. I thought that was the whole romance thing.
What's that?
If Han Solo's not going to be in it, spoiler alert, who?
Luke?
Yeah. But I mean, is it going to be 2.5 hours of Luke running around?
The original idea for the episode 7 was Rey meets up with Luke somehow, and
for a training montage.
No. Rocky had a montage in Siberia. That's where they're going. She's just running with the sleds. That's what. No, they said in the original idea.
With Hollywood in line, can we have Rey have a relationship with Luke? Old man, young woman, works all the time. Let's go. Write it in there.
Their father-daughter. I don't think we want to do
we
that.
have to make them father-daughter?
Do we have to specifically say their father-daughter?
Can he have a red room?
Didn't Luke kiss Leia in the first movie?
Can we give them a romantic relationship before finding out they're related?
I like how you made a studio executive. You became the Incredible Hulk. You bulked up, in the studio.
Visual effects.
So we have the Incredible Hulk as a studio exec.
Well, when my IQ points go down, I have to bulk up, for the Hulk.
They did say, though, that Star Wars, they said part of the reason is that they didn't realize that Rey and Finn were going to be so popular.
No, I thought that they're going to be the two main characters, and they're going to get hooked up and stuff.
Yeah. So they said that was
they had the majority of the screen time in episode 7.
Yeah. Well, like I said, back to what I was going to say is the original plot line was that they had Luke and Rey were going to go searching for his lightsaber.
She just gave it to him.
Well, in the original script, that was the idea. It was going to be more Luke and Rey focused than just everyone else. And so then
I'm actually pretty freaking worried because the only reason this movie is I don't really dislike this movie is because it is opening to what is going to happen.
Yes.
Because as of right now, this movie does not stand on its own. And if they're changing what's going to happen after this movie's been released, then this movie is worthless.
I agree with Nickel. I think the second time you see it, you enjoy it more because you're not nitpicking as much. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying for me, and I agree with Nickel, I wasn't nitpicking as much.
I watched the first time for fun. The second time was more for critically looking at it, looking for things I missed the first time around just because I was in the roller coaster seat.
Did you see they released, they didn't show the clips, but they would describe them. That's going to be on the Blu-ray. 10 cut scenes from the movie.
I heard there was a lot of cut shit.
There was one, the guy that does the portions, is giving out the portions on Jakku.
They tried to get her to come in the back and wear the bikini.
Yes. Oh. He catches up with her later on in the movie. I don't know exactly where. And because she steals Millennium Falcon. And Chewie comes in. And he makes a joke about, look at your arm, ha, it's all bandaged. And then Chewie rips a guy's arm off. I was like,
because
that's
Wookiees
awesome.
rip off arms.
Wookiees rip off arms.
So I think you had mentioned that that scene had been filmed, not that it was coming out on the...
I saw that was on the Blu-ray. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, they'd have to cut that out.
Yeah, they said it was too violent.
Too violent for Chewbacca and children.
Chewbacca. How can anything be too violent for Chewbacca?
Chewie declined. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it.
That's right.
Peter Mayhew's like, do you have more knees back there? Because I have none.
Is Peter Mayhew going to be continuing Chewbacca, or are they going to hand it over?
Well, he was only filming the sit-down and the non-athletic scenes.
Yeah. I've seen Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, he looked bad.
He was actually at Gen Con a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
He's a tall, wiry dude. He had to walk around with a cane because he's so tall, and his legs are bad.
He just had knee surgery. George Lucas actually paid for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Well, that's nice of George. Yeah. And his $4 billion.
Yeah, because he screwed him out of the original contract payment, right?
We didn't pay for that, but I'll buy your knees. But they said there's a 7-foot basketball player that was doing all the action scenes.
Yeah, like
Shaquille?
Croatian or something?
Shaquille, yes. It was Kazam. Kazam.
It was Shaq.
And was it a Croatian or like a Lithuanian or some sort of Eastern European basketball player?
I like it better if it was Shaq.
No,
and then talk. Let Shaq talk as Chewbacca.
Roar!
What you do here is you penetrate the hole. You didn't penetrate the hole. You gotta penetrate the hole. Kazam!
That was my Shaq. That was actually somewhat tolerable.
Terrible.
See, that would work. Your Barkley. Now, granted, you just know one word.
Oh,
Barkley only knows one word. Let's be real here. Charles Barkley does not know many. That's our top 5. Is top 5 worst sportscasters.
It
terrible.
Is.
Not commentators.
Charles Barkley could be on the list.
Announcers.
Not commentators.
We did sideshow. We did sideline reporters and announcers for the game. So anybody
you did not specify that to me in the notes.
That's okay. You can change it. You always do. You can Hobie that shit.
Well, no, that's what. Yeah, but I was questioning. I'm like, what do you mean by announcer? Is it the people who, announce the game, or is it the people who Monday morning talk about the shit?
When the intern sends out the outline, he keeps it vague for a reason because everybody likes the interpretation we all give.
There you go.
Hey, this is our top 5. I don't like that. I'm going to do my own. Okay,
do my own.
Sounds good.
This is my 5.
These are my 5. Well, can we do listener feedback?
Let's go to listener feedback.
All right, so let's do some listener feedback. Starting off with this Doug.
Number 1 fan, Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
He says, rank 'em: Boba Fett, Bosk, Forlam, Zuckus, Dengar, and IG-88.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who wants to go first?
Who is...
I think he ranked them for me. Boba Fett, Bosk. And then these guys I don't know. Forlom, Zuckuss, Dengar, and IG-88.
Forlom is the robot.
No, IG-88.
Big buggy eyes.
No, that's Zuckuss. That's Zuckuss.
IG-88's the big tall robot, big skinny
yeah.
robot.
Forlom
Now I'm
is
gonna have to pick
the
Forlom.
full body robot.
Okay.
Dengar looks like he has a ice cream cone on his head,
And
like a swirl.
Bosk looks like a
Dengar's
lizard
wrapped up
man.
in
Bandages, but it looks like ice cream, like the figure. I'm going Bosk
Looks like
first.
the poop emoji.
What? No.
Yes, it does actually. It does look like the poop emoji. I'm going Bosk first. Hey, it's my pick, not yours. Shut the fuck
I'm telling
up.
you, you're wrong though.
You know what? Shut the fuck up,
Does the
Donnie.
fuck open?
You're out. You're out of your element. Donnie.
Hey, you know what? I just saw The Big Lebowski this weekend.
It's a great film.
On the plane.
Oh, on the way. Did
Yeah,
they show it or did
no,
you?
I got it for free on the
okay.
Delta app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just forgot just how genius that movie is every
it
once
is.
in a while. That's awesome.
We have no money. We still want. You don't have the girl. We still want the money.
Still want the money.
Yeah, this picture of Forlom's got like bug eyes.
Let me see. Yeah, that's the
Bug
one
eye.
I meant. Oh, I guess he's buggy. He looks robotic to me.
Whatever.
Well, now I
Okay,
gotta
so
see
I'm
what
going
Zuckuss is.
Bosk,
The Lizard Man.
Boba Fett 2.
Boba Fett. You mean the original Boba Fett? Not Jango Fett?
No, not Jango Fett.
Jango Fett?
It says Boba.
Boba Fett. You said Boba Fett 2.
Yeah, like the second Boba Fett.
Like the
Boba
second
Fett's
Boba Fett.
in second place. I guess we're going IG-88. No, I'm going Forlom.
Oh God, yeah, okay, these guys look like identical.
IG-88 and Forlom?
No, Zuckuss and Forlom.
Oh yeah, Zuckuss. Yeah, he's the brown. He has the brown clothes though, right?
Yeah, Zuckuss is wearing. It looks like he's a brown coat. He's a fan of.
We got. My son has him as an action figure, and Dengar. Bosk, I won't open from the package. It's actually in our studio. Oh, somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Where's Bosk?
It's up there in
Oh,
our
I can't see him.
cabinet. It's next to Kylo
Oh, okay,
Ren.
there he is. Okay.
Yeah, so
Lizard Man.
I'm going Bosk, Boba Fett, Forlom, IG-88, Zuckuss, Dengar. Dengar I thought was worthless.
Wow, I have Dengar listed first.
Are you serious?
I had the figure, and he was
I
one
do
of my
too.
favorite figures playing with as a kid.
I let my son have him, and it's awful.
I had Dengar 1, Bosk 2, Boba Fett 3, Zuckuss 4, IG-88 5, and Forlom 6.
See, I have Forlom above IG-88 because I feel IG-88, you could just he looks very weak. You could just break something on him.
Like his arm could snap off of his body.
You could
like
fall behind steps in your parents' backyard. It's a lot of different things that you could happen. I feel Forlom's a little bit meatier.
No, IG-88 could disguise himself as a Wookiee.
No, he can't.
I think
He's a
Forlom
Chewbacca.
is just trying to look like Zuckuss.
He could put a fur coat on.
Is he a pimp?
Yeah, try to disguise himself as a Wookiee. He's got the height for it.
I'm in pimp mode. That's
right.
So what's your order?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, good call.
Doug says, what's a bigger mockery? John Scott making the NHL AllStar Team, which we talked about last week, or Kobe Bryant making the NBAs?
NBA has an All-Star game?
I thought it was
Apparently they do.
I thought it was just a scoring exhibition.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a shooting montage.
Well, then again, so is the NHL All-Star
No,
Game.
we have integrity in the NHL All-Star Game. Your score is 20-18. Shut the fuck up. We're
Yeah,
not
but-
putting John Scott in because it would make a mockery. You had a 20-18 game. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, although
In hockey.
Exactly.
since they're taking fan votes, I don't think either is a mockery.
I think Kobe Bryant gets he gets a legacy vote.
Exactly. I don't have a problem
I have
with
no
that.
issue with it being a legacy vote.
That's fine. If it's just his last year,
Yeah.
who cares? The whole NBA All-Star Game is a joke anyways. It's not like you're getting the best players and they're actually really playing to win or lose. There's nothing at stake.
Yeah, in an
Nobody
All-Star
cares.
game, and half the time, you have the best team out there anyway. Like not like the best from each team. Like one team has 5 representatives playing because
This week it's the Golden State Warriors versus the All-Stars of the East.
pretty much
Yeah,
is what it
pretty
should
much.
end up with Kobe in there for a minute before his knees hurt and he has to sit down.
I know for a fact that this number 1 fan, Doug, is a huge fan of Baltimore and Cal Ripken Jr., that hack. Oh, I'm not coming out of the game. Okay, Brett Favre, calm down. Just retire. Anyways, it was a mockery when Cal Ripken made the All-Star game his last year, and somebody gave up a fat fucking pitch for a home run in the All-Star game. That's a mockery.
That's a mockery?
That's a mockery. Oh, here, Ripken, 80
But-
miles an hour,
but
right down the middle.
Wasn't it sweet of A-Rod, who was the shortstop at the time, to give up his shortstop position
No.
for Ripken to play shortstop in the All-Star
Personally,
Game?
you know how I would have rewarded it? Baseball right between the ears for Ripken in the All-Star Game. How you like that, motherfucker? Come on, old man, get out of the way.
Ping him like Roger Clemens.
That's right. Oh, let's see how reaction time you are. Yeah, you're still a good shortstop. You can't even move out of the ball. Yeah. Well, I'm renting here, ain't motherfucker.
You know what they should do for the NHL? They should make them play the black and white team from Strange Brew. And have a guy playing the organ.
I was thinking the team from Slapshot.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Team from Mystery, Alaska.
Ooh, great movie. Great movie. Russell Crowe would kill somebody.
Oh,
he
he probably
would
will,
shift somebody.
yeah.
Jeff, we may watch the All-Star Game Sunday. It's exciting.
Yay!
You know.
Well, since they're letting John Scott in, I can't
That's the
watch
reason
it.
why I would watch it. I had
Yeah.
no interest, really,
Yeah.
if he wasn't in.
And now I'm actually cheering for his team to win.
Yes.
Even though that's not like my favorite team's division, I'm still cheering for. Oh God, that's even the division with LA
I want him
in
to
it.
start a fight in 5 minutes in. Fuck you, NHL! I'm gonna fucking
5 minutes in, right off the bat.
off the bat, right off the face off.
He gets a 5-minute penalty and is like out. Well, they're only playing 20-minute period.
Yeah.
And like the first 20-minute period is two teams. Second 20-minute
Yeah.
period is two other teams.
Yeah.
So he very well could be in the penalty box for a quick quarter of his team's performance.
Who's the nicest guy in the NHL? I want him to go after him right off the bat. Hey, fucker! Boom!
I think the NHL team should be coached by Bob and Doug McKenzie against each other.
What that boot?
Take off, eh?
Hey!
Hey, Hoser. Hey, ice sticking.
Well, you know, you say, is it a mockery? You know what is the biggest mockery? None of these things. The NFL Pro Bowl is a mockery. There are like fifth, sixth alternates now. It doesn't even count anymore, people. It doesn't.
No.
Yeah,
See,
not when you got Michael Irvin and
I wouldn't
Dion.
have- I
Deion
wouldn't
Sanders
have a
or
problem
Jerry Rice
as
picking
much
guys.
with the Pro Bowl
team.
if they told them if if you're selected to go but you don't go, you don't get any bonuses.
Yeah.
Because like everybody gets a bonus now.
You
It's
get a bonus, and you get a bonus.
and it's like, well, you're not playing. Why the hell should we give you a bonus if you're not going to play the game?
That's a bonus
well, the
vacation.
best is that the ones that don't play still can get a trip to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, of course I'm taking a trip to Hawaii.
Didn't
You know,
they
this-
try to get away from doing it in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Or-
It was in Miami one year.
well, it was in the same spot
As
as the Super Bowl.
Is it in that this year?
I don't know. I
Do we
think
care?
it's Hawaii, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's Hawaii.
Is it?
Yeah. Hey, you know, I was just thinking for fantasy football, we should probably have a concussion stat every week.
Whoever gets the most
It'd be like
concussions.
when you're scoring, yeah.
I like that. Well, we in our fantasy hockey league we have penalty minutes as a
Penalty
scoring-
minutes?
Yeah. Whoever
Now,
has
if you
the
get
penalty
more
minutes,
most penalty minutes, you get a point?
Yes.
Or the least?
Yep.
The most.
You
The
have
most.
14 categories and you try and get the most, like most goals. You know, you play head to head.
Yeah.
Penalty minutes. Whoever has the most penalty minutes that week gets a point.
That's where that way the goons get drafted too.
Correct. That's why we were trying to make it equal.
That's right.
My team sucks. What's moving
I
on?
think they're beating my team this week.
I'm on a hot streak. I won 2.
I'm on a bad streak. I was like undefeated for like the first 5 weeks, and now I'm like falling and falling.
I feel like I'm going to have to expand to a Canadian co-owner next year. I may need somebody up there. Heno, are you available?
Get a general manager for your fantasy hockey team.
Worst $30 I spend a year. Next to the hookers. Anyways.
and blow.
No, just hookers. Next.
Isn't that how much your NAMBLA membership costs? All right, anyways, moving on to
The
Pam
National
Morris.
Association of Marlon Brando lookalikes.
Yes.
It's a waste of money. Look at him.
They should be paying him.
Pam Morris. Pam Morris, she says she's got top 5 Kevin Bacon movies feedback.
From last week?
Yeah, so number 1, she's got Footloose.
Footloose!
2, she got
Footloose.
Friday the 13th.
Oh.
3, Stir of Echoes. 4, Murder in the First. And she rounds it out with Wild Things. My choice, yes.
Wow, thing.
Is Murder in the First, I know that had Christian Slater. Was that the one Christian Slater was the attorney and Bacon was the murderer or accused?
I think so, but now
Okay.
you're gonna make me look it up.
Okay. Well, better than the other week when you just looked up naked on Google, so.
Oh, you told me to.
that her kidneys?
Yeah, look up LaCroix hula hooping. All right, so
Oh, I'm going in a twirly twirl.
just finished Making a Murderer. This is still Pam. She's I'm very
made a murderer?
angry. No, she
Oh.
just finished watching
Oh,
Making
sorry.
a Murderer. She says, I'm very angry at such a crooked judicial and law system. So sad for Dassey. Thoughts?
We've talked about this.
It's not an actual documentary. It comes with a point of view.
Well, all documentaries do.
Yes.
Not all.
Not at all. A good documentary is
Good
a documentary.
documentary doesn't.
Sorry.
A
Michael
good documentary.
Moore films do
Well,
not
Michael
come with a
Moore-
point of view.
Michael Moore films aren't even eligible.
Moore is
for
just full
documentary.
editorial bullshit.
I'm just throwing the gasoline on that
Yeah,
fire and
you
walking
like it.
away. I only did it on purpose. Well, I did like how the DA is writing his own book, his version of it. I was like, so none of it's true from your side? I don't trust you, DA.
Oh, he was creepy to begin with.
He was
and
an
then,
ass.
And then, yeah, his... I know he was upset.
Inappropriate.
He was upset that they brought in, his... When he got charged or accused of his inappropriate actions.
He was texting a abused victim that he was prosecuting a bad guy for. Yeah, that's great.
Here's the way it looks. Anytime you go in these small town areas and all that kind of stuff, there's corruption all over the place, man.
Well,
That's right.
there's a lot of issues with that. I think there was a lot of crooked cop things going going haywire allegedly.
Yeah, I know. We've seen Chicago Blue.
We talking about the Chicago Multiverse again?
Yeah.
Okay. We did a good thing from Kevin at 365 plus 1
366.
podcast that he appreciated us talking about the Chicago Multiverse because they do let him and his wife like it.
No, there you go.
And
I knew
congratulations,
somebody was watching it.
congratulations, Kevin, on the pregnancy of your wife too. Anyways, moving on. Blake.
To him, or just that she got pregnant?
Both. Anyway, they did address 365 Flicks podcast. Are good chaps there. They did
Yes.
address your question
Yes.
on episode 26 this week.
Uh-huh.
Because a leap year, if they should change it. I think part of it,
should.
most of it came down to bugger off. And we're going to name it 365 plus 1 through February. But they're not changing the original artwork. Fuckers, come on! Where's your dedication?
Come on, wankers.
We have a new artwork every week.
It's true.
We do, thanks to Jeff.
Hey, I got an idea. Just put 365 and then put an X and put 6 after it. There you go. You don't need to do anything else.
Best color man in the business. That's why he's a speech communications and
right.
a PR
Just
degree.
spray paint a 6 over the 5.
I don't understand what the problem is here, guys.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Or just put 365 and then put a little plus 1.
I think they did, actually.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Great minds think alike.
Or
Otherwise, it's
just put
false
naked
advertising.
chicks on.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, there you go.
Naked.
Oh, I don't know if I want to Google naked. That would not be good.
Oh, we
We
got...
should open that up. We should tell our fans to tweet us what you want us to Google this week. What's Jeff's Google of the week?
Google of the
Search.
week.
Google
yeah,
of the
there you
week.
go. There you go.
That
I just Google. You and I don't have to look at it, but we got to make Jeff look at
It's got
it.
to be legal.
Jeff has to.
yes, it's got to be
hold on
legal.
a second.
I
Jeff
will
has
not
to
look up kitty porn.
Jeff has to look at it and then describe to us what he's seeing.
In 6 words or less.
Yes.
While we're doing this, I'm tweeting Dad from Snake Oil because he has a demented mind. I'm going to ask him to tell us what to Google.
So he can kick it off. He'll be the first initial. There you go.
Why do I? I'm already regretting this.
There you go. Well, I told you to Google LaCroix hula hooping. Yeah, it's at least pleasurable to look at. All right. Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
He's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
That's right. He says, is anyone besides me excited about the new X-Files?
Some people are.
I forgot. And, yeah, I'm going to go back and watch it, of course. I got to go watch it. I'm excited, yes, but I've been so busy I didn't get a chance to go see it.
I'm not. I was never
record it.
excited for the old X-Files, so, yeah, I mean, I don't hate
I'm
the X-Files.
kind of wondering, what are they going to
but
do? Where are they going to go with it, I guess, is my
Aliens.
question.
It's aliens.
I mean, yeah, well, it's, none of this stuff actually ran together, and when it didn't make a lot of sense, like the movie.
It's always aliens.
It's always-
Bigfoot's an alien. Didn't you know that?
And it's always the
Bigfoot's
conspiracy.
an alien.
He's the pet of the aliens.
Yeah, it's always a conspiracy about the honeybees or something, right?
It's the bees! I was waiting for you, Jeff, on that one. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was trying to block all Nicolas Cage
Hey,
out.
do they bring the Smoking Man back? Are they gonna bring some of the iconic
dead.
characters back?
No, the Smoking Man is back, I think. Smoking Man.
Didn't
Yeah,
they kill Smoking Man?
he did, but he's coming back.
Oh.
And the lone gunmen are coming back.
Yeah, they were killed off.
I like the
apparently,
lone gunman. Yeah,
But apparently they just faked their own death because people
Yeah.
were getting too close to them.
I like those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that'd be
gunmen
great.
were
We'll see.
fun.
We'll see. I will put my time into it. But Desmond at D. Hassing already responded to Randall Holt's question on our listener feedback.
Good job, Des.
So Des says to Randall, wasn't blown away by the X-Files relaunch. Anyone else watch? Now he's opening it back up to us and everybody else.
History Buffs podcast help?
History buffs, give us- if you haven't deleted us yet, what do you got?
They better not. We're giving them lots of plug. Go check out History
There you
Buffs.
go.
They're like, never follow them again.
I would like to, unfollow. Tomorrow's going to be unfollowed.
Well, we lost a listener.
We lost.
Follow.
Yeah, I'm excited. I need to invest the time.
Here's the funny thing. So there's only 6 episodes, and I thought, 6 episodes, I can handle this. I'm like Jeff, 10 seasons behind because I never watched the original, except for like 4 episodes here and there. My thought was, Jeff and Blake will probably be watching it. Guess I gotta tape it. Gotta watch it for these fuckers. Even my wife goes, "Why are you taping this?" I was like, "Oh, everybody else is, probably going to watch." She's like, "Oh, research." I was like, yeah, it's a tough job. And then I come into the studio today, and they're like, "No, we're not watching. We haven't watched it." Son of a bitch!
Actually, my question was, it started?
Damn it!
I thought that was next week.
Damn it.
Yeah, 2 episodes in already.
Hogan!
It's only 6 episodes, but each episode's 2 hours.
6 hours long.
6 hours long.
The fucker Peter Jackson directed each one.
Yeah.
We got a script for 45 minutes. I can make it 4.5 hours.
I can make it 6 hours.
No, sir. We just need an hour episode.
No, 6.5?
No, sir. You're going up. You're supposed to be going back.
Oh,
Mr.
wait a
Jackson.
minute. I got some New Zealand shots, so I can go at least 6 3/4.
No.
Oh, no, wait. I still got some dinosaurs from King Kong that I can throw in there.
No. Why is
Yeah,
Jack Black
there
on
it
the
is.
set of X-Files? We do not want him. Son of a bitch, why are you filming in IMAX? This is a TV screen. Come on. Does the guy have hobbit feet? Come on.
Yeah, we've got these elf ears left over. We got some else we can put in there, too.
What the fuck is going on here? Come on. No, does that guy have a ring on it? He's not walking.
Aliens. We can use them for alien shots.
Oh, fucking ends. Really? You had to bring a fucking tree into this.
They walk.
I got a point for it.
That's what Mulder and Scully would investigate, walking trees.
What happens if Bigfoot had an affair with a walking tree? No, that's not the point. No, we're not doing that. I like that idea. Go Peter Jackson.
How can we get the hot redhead in a bra shot? Can we get her in a bra shot?
Does she have to wear clothes this week?
Hey, hold on a second. Can we mix Californication with X-Files and get Scully wearing a bikini?
Is Californication still on?
No.
I don't know.
Did it end? I think
think they
I
ended.
did.
Okay.
I
It
can't
should be a
remember.
big popular show.
Well,
was
it was
HBO,
if
wasn't
you're a big perverty person, I guess.
George R.R. Martin is online too.
There you go. No wonder he hasn't gotten his books done yet.
Oh, Californication.
Yes.
Jason just learned what FAP meant today.
Thanks, Deb.
He did not know what FAP meant.
Nope.
No.
I thought you misspelled fat. I didn't get it. That was fap.
What's your autocorrect? What's his?
Okay, moving on.
Next one from Michael Leal. At Michael_Leal.
I think it's German.
Michael Leal. At Michael_Leal.
I like how your German is just loud and angry. I like it.
What historical figure would you like to fight bare knuckle?
Ooh.
I had a lot of thought to this.
Look at the listener feedback question.
Yeah, I saw that from the Pop Culture Cafe. They said Helen Keller because they think they could take her. She wouldn't see that or hear it coming, would she?
Come on, Nick, wake up. I would go Stephen Hawking. I could push his chair over.
Yeah. No, I was.
Game on bang. Oh!
Like historical figure. You know, Alexander the Great probably kicked my ass.
Genghis Khan.
You know,
Unless,
Genghis Khan he'd rape you first, and then kick your ass.
would it be the John Wayne Genghis Khan or
No, we're talking about
real historical figure?
I elect Jesus.
Yeah.
I feel like you could die from that. I'm
You'll
not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
Probably go to hell for that.
Jesus is turn the other cheek. I think I can win that fight.
Yeah, but he also attacked the people, or he flipped over the tables in the
He flipped over the
church.
tables. That's all he did. Flipped and yelled. A bunch of hot
I've seen
air.
enough WWE wrestling that I know table matches are tough. That could hurt.
Now, didn't he hit some rabbis with some folding chairs?
And we put it this way: Jesus didn't really exist anyway. So.
Send your complaints to Jeff at JesusGraphicNovice.com.
You know, I could take on Hitler. I'd like to punch him. Because he's a scrawny
I feel like
historical
he was kind
guy.
of a weenie.
I think you could probably kick
Yeah, I
Hitler's
think I could
ass if
probably
you
kick
wanted
Hitler's
to.
ass if he had like no
Yeah.
bodyguards.
His girlfriend, I couldn't.
Oh, Ava Braun. No.
No.
I do like how the Nazis followed, him when he's, and it's the old joke, I want blonde-eyed, blue eyes, but I'm
Tall, blonde-eyed,
Yeah.
blue eyes, and he's a
I'm
short, half Jewish asshole.
You both said blonde eyes, blue eyes.
Whatever.
Blonde eyes, blue eyes, whatever.
Blonde
dreamy.
hair, blue
Whatever.
eyes.
It's all dreamy Aryan shit.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, no goofy mustaches.
Okay, so you know what I want? And he's in the meeting with his superior office. Okay, this is what I want, guys. I want a blonde hair, blue eye, guys.
No, he'd say, I want
blonde hair.
I want blue eyes and blonde hair.
Sir? Are you saying the complete opposite of you? Yes! Yes! Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
I am not half Jewish.
Do you have just for men for me? I can change my hair! Only gets the gray out, sir. Moving on.
I could punch the Ayatollah Khomeini.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'd like to punch him.
I think he'd bite your fingers off if you tried to punch him.
Nah, I'm very confident I could kick his ass.
I'm good for Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah.
Just because he wouldn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Why are you punching me? Fuck you, I don't know.
Alexander Graham, just to punch somebody.
Whack!
Now, Thomas Edison, I can agree. He was a dick.
Thomas Edison was a prick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that. He
Yeah,
screwed over Tesla.
Yeah. He's got a whole bunch of great
he screwed
ideas.
over a lot of people worse
and people
than
that worked
Tesla.
for him.
Yeah.
And people that worked for him, he screwed over.
I could see that.
Honestly, yeah, I want to change my answer from Jesus to Edison.
There you go. We'll let it go.
We haven't offended everybody. I'm glad that they now know that you changed it. That's wonderful.
Is there? Excuse me. If there's somebody out there who I have not offended yet, please tweet us and let us know what offends you, so I can bring that up next week.
That's right.
At Blake, the graphic
we're
novelist.
equal opportunity offenders. We are that.
I don't think there's anyone else I would.
Ronda Rousey, I'd let her armbar me.
Probably.
And then I'd move my elbow around a little bit.
I feel like I would probably punch Charles Dickens for all the books I had to read in high school.
I like Charles Dickens.
do like him.
His books are good.
But
Come
I'm
on.
I'm sorry, I'm still fantasizing about the Ronda Rousey.
Oh,
I'm like, now that would be a good fight, even though I wouldn't even do anything. Oh, thank you, ma'am. May I have another?
Right.
so best 5 seconds of her life.
5 seconds.
Give me a lot of time there.
That's all you need is 5 seconds. What are you talking about?
So thank you, Michael Liao.
Yeah, thank you, Miguel Liao. As usual, we divulged into
I'm going Stephen Hawking.
obscenity. All right. Snake Oil Comics at SOC Podcast. Does Legends of Tomorrow make it past the first season?
I
Did
hope
you see
so.
it?
Yes, I did.
I watched it today.
I loved it.
If the first episode is any indication of how the series will go, it should last.
It was fun.
It was.
And that's all I cared about. I don't need... if you want serious, go to Arrow.
Yeah.
If you want, comic booky, go to Flash.
Comic booky?
Yes. You like how I moved
I'm not quite sure exactly what you mean by comic book.
more comic book. Like, shut up.
If you want gratuitous violence, go to Gotham.
Yeah. And that doesn't make sense. Go to Gotham. And if you want shit, go to Supergirl. And if you want... Legends of Tomorrow was just a fun... Like, when they...
I love the interaction and the dialogues between the people.
I love the professor knocked out
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid for Firestorm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, wow, Roofy. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I love Captain Cold. He's awesome in it.
Wentworth Miller is
Even
great.
Heatwave was a little enjoyable.
And he's usually kind of annoying, but...
I wish that they would have, they would project a hologram, like use a thing like, oh, we're in the 70s. I have a hologram that will make everybody think you're wearing their clothes from the 70s.
Nope, they went around wearing their...
regular clothes.
They had White Canary wear her fighting outfit.
Yeah, I don't get that. I guess it was 70s, like, maybe?
Honestly, would any clothes actually stand out in the 70s?
That's the one thing.
I mean, this is the era of Ziggy Stardust.
I did see future previews for episodes that they do wear clothes for that era. But it was a fun show. I loved it. And I like that if they do interchange some of the characters next season, that's great. I like it.
They gotta add Booster Gold, don't they?
The rumor is that he is coming next season. Booster Gold.
Is that the disco episode?
Yes. What's to know? I do think Vandal Savage is a little cliched, but spoiler alert for next 10 seconds. When he killed Rip Hunter's kid, not expecting him to kill that kid.
Oh, I didn't see it.
That was at the very beginning.
At the very beginning?
Yeah, remember when he goes up to the mom? Like,
oh, that was his kid.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that was his kid.
Yeah, they talked about it later. Yeah, that's why Rip Hunter's so gung-ho about getting him.
I
couldn't believe
remember
they killed him. I was like, wow, that's an interesting way to start the episode off, the series off.
I didn't realize that was his wife and kid, even though he explained later in the episode it was.
I thought that was intense. Like, okay. I have an issue with Vandal Savage as the character. I think he's very over the top. But we'll see how it goes throughout the season.
The basis of the Vandal Savage from the comics is over the top, and pretty much they're just using the source material.
And I love Brandon Routh. I continue to like him.
He was great in that episode.
I loved it.
I actually, because he was kind of starting to annoy me in Arrow.
Yeah.
But I thought he was great in the pilot of
it was a
Legends.
fun show. I would be surprised. I think Hawkman and Hawkgirl are gone next season.
Cause that's tough because they are the reason. They're the connection to Savage, and so I thought just the CGI of making their wings week after week after week might be cost prohibitive.
I think Adam might be the one that might be the cost prohibitive one.
But honestly, once Hawkman and Hawkgirl are gone, like the need really to go after Savage or the ability to stop Savage is gone.
Correct.
Because they kind of need those two to stop
big bad
them.
guy the next season.
Savage. They stop Savage and a new bad guy comes up.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Could be.
But I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I was looking forward to it, but I was hesitant. After I watched it, I was like, this is awesome. I loved it. It was great. And speaking of Arrow, I got a couple tweets today. After this week's episode, I forget who said it. I think it might have been Pam from Pam's World. Yeah. She thinks that it's actually Felicity's mom in the grave, and I think that might be right. It makes more sense after this week.
Yeah,
if not her, it's going to be Diggle. It's one of the two.
Felicity's mom would make more sense since she's been on a lot more recently, and it's a side character you can kill off without... That makes sense.
Yeah. And supposedly Felicity's dad in future episodes is the calculator.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, since Felicity's going to become the Oracle.
Yep. So, there you go.
And finally, Dr. Number One at Dr. Number One. He says, hard to be upset about Hollywood giving itself awards. Who gives a damn about the Oscars? They mean nothing to the rest of us.
That is true.
Amen, brother.
There's a lot of, things going on. People are boycotting because they're not representing the African-American, actors. They said Michael B. Jordan should have been up for Creed. One of the guys from Straight Outta Compton. Personally, at the end of the day, you're being voted on by old white men. You kind of expect it.
They're a bunch of, self-aggrandizing, no-talent hacks with a lot of money.
Within the last 20 years, I think the Academy has...
They've got it.
Switched.
They're trying to, but it's still...
But the simple fact of the matter is you need to have a whole bunch of people nominate these people thinking, this person saying, oh, that role was so great. And everyone needs to... Because the top 5 get it. So, I mean, if there are other actors that these people think had put up a better performance, they're the ones going to get the nomination. It's not like they sat around and said, which 5 people should we put up? And we have to come up with... No, they actually have to go through a process where everybody puts out their nominations, they get voted on. So, I mean, yeah, okay, Straight Outta Compton was probably going to be completely overlooked by, the way the Academy is made up right now. And honestly, it was Ice Cube put out his tweet or whatever saying,
I saw that.
We make the movies for the fans, not for the
Not for those
Academy.
assholes. Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, that we want people to go and watch and enjoy our movies. We don't do it
We're not
to get
Darren
awards.
Aronofsky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing is, whether it's intentional or not, who gives a shit? For an entity and a region of, demographic of people that pat themselves on the back for being so politically correct and liberal, they really screwed the pooch on this one, didn't they?
I feel like the Floppy Awards have more dignity than
Floppy Awards had more equal opportunity than any of the other awards.
We even voted for somebody from Idaho.
Yeah.
We even voted for Canadians.
Yeah!
I mean, I think we've given Idris Elba an award.
Many times.
I don't know. Did our British people complain? And there was
They did this week.
Did our one? Oh.
Honestly,
Hold
Jason's
on.
been getting
Time
a
out.
lot of complaints.
I've been getting a lot of complaints
What
from
about
Michigan.
our French and Ghanaians?
That's true, that's true.
They didn't complain. They probably liked it. They
We have a
understood.
big, they love us in Guam. So that's good.
That's only because that's where the Dit Man is currently
The
staying.
Dit Man.
Thank you, Dit Man, for serving our country.
Yes, thank you. Even though you're not really working that
Even though
hard,
you're in Guam,
'Cause
at
you're in
the
the
hotel.
Air Force in a Pacific Island resort.
Blake, you can do the next rugby time.
Rugby time.
It's rugby time.
This is Nikki. She's our favorite Kiwi.
Yes.
This is New Zealand. See, oh look, we even got people from New Zealand. We have people. Look how proactive we are.
She's only been with us since episode 3.
Yeah, we have, that's right. We have people with hairy
New up-and-coming
feet.
listener.
That's right. We have people with hairy feet on our show.
She's only been since episode 3.
Moving on, go ahead.
Yeah, that's
Could
where
you
the,
explain what rugby is? Good.
yeah, that's where the hobbits come from.
That's right. That's right. And X-Files. Is that the
What?
Hobbits? Oh, I thought we were doing Peter Jackson.
No.
Sorry, moving on. Go ahead.
Okay. No, she says New Zealand rugby player Wayne Buck Shelford took a cleat to the crotch during a game and ripped open his scrotum, leaving his testicle dangling. He got it sewed up on the bench and continued the game. What an insane man.
This is why rugby's impressive.
All I do is get hit at the certain angle at the lightest touch, and I'm on the
A
ground.
strong breeze can put me down
Rolling.
if it hits me in the wrong spot.
Blake gets upset when the sun diverts his eyes when he's playing outfield in softball. I'm out. I can't do it anymore. I'm out. Ow. Ow.
That's why I refuse to play outfield.
Or
What does the
softball.
sun in your eyes have anything to do with your testicles?
I'm just saying that this is how weak we all are.
Oh,
He's saying sun in your eyes is a worse.
I'm out. That's right.
Get it? There you go.
There you go. Okay, good.
So thank you, Nikki.
What a crazy son of a bitch. You thought American football players were tough, like Mike Lott.
No.
I think
With his
hockey
finger
players are
getting the
tougher.
tip of his
Yeah,
finger cut
Ronnie
off.
Lott, I can understand.
Connor, Ronnie Lott? Yeah, it's Ronnie Lott.
Oh, what's his name for the Panthers? Apparently, is going to play with his broken arm.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think rugby players are more manly than American football players.
Oh, I know
Those
too.
guys are out there with no pads whatsoever.
I think hockey players are tougher than football players.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No. I'm talking real football, not soccer.
I think I think they're all tougher than basketball players.
I had to run.
I got a cramp.
Or soccer. I flop. Oh, he brushed against me. Oh, I fell. Oh, heaven forbid. Oh, I did declare I fell. My ankle is swollen. How will I kick that little ball over there?
Talking about cricket?
No, I'm talking about soccer.
Oh.
I
I will say
I use
that
declaring a lot. I know that.
Premier League and a lot of the Italians are great actors. You know, a lot of the Italians are overacting, and any of the World Cup shit, all that stuff, I hate those assholes that lie around on the field. Oh my God!
Lollygag here.
Ah! What, no yellow card? Okay, I'm up. Boop, 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 boop.
I do declare I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I love it when they get yellow cards for flopping.
Yeah, FIFA did start that in the couple World Cups ago,
Yeah.
so it's kind of good. All right, so thank you, Hobbit and Nikki.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek. Ba-da-da-dum.
Okay, before we go to News of the Geek, Sent out a tweet for the Google search of the week. Get ready for your Google, Jeff.
All
Time
right.
to Google your Google.
Just because we are a live action podcast.
We did. We tweeted it out.
Even though you're like listening after this.
Do I have to do
We're
it on
this
Google or
quickly.
can I do it
Nope,
on
Google.
Yahoo search?
No, oh, God, no, not Yahoo.
Or
Don't Bing it, you'll waste
Ask
your
Jeeves.
time.
Can I do it on Ask Jeeves?
Jeez, I don't think it's around anymore.
Ask.com. That's
Oh,
what it
okay.
became.
Ass? Ass.com?
Ask,
Oh.
ask.com.
I don't know if I want... I kind of want to see what ass.com is now.
Assless Jeeves.
All
Okay.
right, I got Google up.
You can tweet us at Bad Ideas Podcast. This is what happens every Tuesday night. Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666 has Peckerhead. 2 words. He says he swears it's a vehicle, a motor, part of a vehicle.
Pecker had 2 words.
Yes.
All right, let's see what
Images.
Pecker
And I want-
Oh,
space
we're doing
head.
images. Okay.
Well, don't you want to do images, Blake? Do you think we should do
Yeah,
images?
do images.
Oh, yeah, because Urban Dictionary came the first thing on.
Yep, let's
on
not do
all.
that.
Peckerhead was my grandpa's favorite expressions. Hey, Peckerhead.
It's a decent movie.
Not me, I mean just...
Oh, no, that's Pecker. That's Pecker.
Oh, I thought it was Pecker.
Yeah, old guys like to use the word pecker.
They do.
We should
like
start
you.
bringing Pecker back, I
You
think.
think we should
Yeah,
bring
we
it
start
back?
bringing
We're
Pecker
gonna bring
back.
Pecker back from now on.
Okay. Well,
What's
this
your-
one looks like mushrooms that are dick-shaped.
Okay, what do you think it is, Blake? Let's play the game.
No, it's mushrooms that are dick-shaped. I told you exactly what it was.
Peckerhead. Obviously, the internet where Mikael Ale is at is different.
No, it's Randall Holt.
Oh, Randall Holt.
This one is a picture of a guy wearing a motorcycle helmet with what looks to be about 8 or 9 dildos glued to his helmet.
Okay, we're going into that one because I got another one for you.
This one is a really fat guy from the back, a bald fat guy where I suppose his head, the folds in the back of his head make it kind of look like the tip of a pecker.
It's disgusting. Anyways,
Do you want to see it?
no.
No.
Pittsburgh Nerd Pod at Pittsburgh Nerd.
Man, you people are evil.
Oh, we got one. A couple.
Clear it.
Clear that one.
Clear your search bar.
Cleared.
He has at least somewhat of a clean one. Angry Dragon.
2 words?
Yes. Angry Dragon. Let's see what this does.
Yes. The answer is angry
This might
dragon.
take a while because I type 1 finger.
Oh, Jesus. That's the only thing you do one finger, I heard. Okay, moving on.
Well, if it only takes you 1 finger.
Okay, it's pictures of dragons.
Oh!
Some of them look mad.
Okay, what's the first one you see? Give me the first one.
First one is a dragon spitting fire.
Let me see. Let me see how cool it is.
Red dragon.
Ooh, that's cool.
I like that.
It's like the old, yeah, it's up in the sky.
That's good for wallpaper.
Rain
right there.
paper,
Hey,
raining.
save that for wallpaper.
Can you put that on our Facebook page?
There you go. Don't put Peckerhead on
Yeah,
there.
don't put Pecker. And we got one more.
I did like that angry dragon though.
I do like that. It's a cartoon dragon with his hands on his hips. I like that.
Humph.
I like the other one.
Harumph.
And
He's giving
finally,
me a harumph.
the Google search of the week.
Google search of the week.
Patrick Wally, at 40 going on 14, has, it's always safe to go with Blumpkin.
Oh my God.
Please spell
BLUMPKIN.
So much for our
Lumpkin.
underage listeners. Don't look this up at home.
Let's see, here it goes. Rolling. Looks like a lot. Is your safe search on? Don't put your safe search on.
I don't think it is.
Actually, with the safe search, that'd be more entertaining.
it's not on.
Okay, what do we got for Blumpkin?
It looks like memes. Oh God. Oh.
No.
Give me a meme. What's the meme?
No.
Well, it's
No.
it's like
Quote Annalise. Nope.
Nope.
it's sitting on a toilet with someone else going down on
Yeah,
you.
you don't know what a Blumpkin
I
is?
don't know what a Blumpkin
Oh
is.
yeah, you're taking a shit and somebody's giving you a blowjob.
Oh my God.
How does nobody know this?
It's big in Canada, apparently.
I'm surprised.
well, the
Did you know
majority.
what a
Yes, I
Blumpkin
know
was?
what
Okay,
that
thank you.
was.
Okay.
I'm a
Oh,
world
they got
traveler.
Blumpkin donuts. That's one of them they have here.
Blumpkin donuts. Actually, that's entertainment.
Welcome to Blumpkin Donuts.
Welcome to the Blumpkin donuts.
But most of them are little. What do you call it? Like the bathroom figures, or you know.
And the show has reached a new low.
Oh, we can go lower. Okay, moving on.
Oh, wait, there's an old lady. Blumpkin, blueberry, and pumpkin together? Sounds delicious. Okay, I learned something new today.
History Buff Podcast, if you have not turned this off yet. Next week, we're going to do the history of the Blumpkin. Moving on. Okay, News of the Geek. Thank you, everybody. So keep sending those in for next week.
No,
Google
don't,
search of
no,
the week.
Don't.
It's not at your laptop.
Stop. No.
If Jeff gets pulled over on the way home and they search his computer, it's not our fault. Sir, why do you have Blumpkins up on your Google search?
Because Patrick told me to.
Unfortunately, that's the cleanest thing that's on Jeff's Google search
Yeah,
lately.
honestly, yeah, my regular Googles are probably worse than what the listeners just sent in. So
You have Angry Dragon, but it's XXX.
XXXL.
Okay, News of the Geek.
Oh yeah, we are doing that, aren't we?
I guess. I don't know. A new...
Oh wait, News of the Geek. Jason's going to spoil another movie for us.
Yes. A new report from Geek.com claims to reveal how the Hulk will factor into Thor Fraggle Rock. Revealing that...
Thor
Fraggle Rock.
Revealing that Hela managed to destroy Mohinder.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Or if you don't know how to pronounce it, do it like Kat Denning did in Thor.
Mjolnir. Banished the god of thunder from Asgard.
The site adds that the hero apparently ends up not on Midgard, but an alien gladiator planet instead.
Because that makes so much sense.
Well, they could travel to different planets. That makes complete sense.
Thor fights his way through all the opponents before him so he can escape the world. But it's when he runs into the current champion and gets an unpleasant surprise in the form of the
This
Hulk.
is the fucking Hulk. This is the fucking gladiator planet. Alien,
It is Planet
alien
Hulk.
planet.
There was a comic book of it.
This is based on the Planet Hulk comic, yeah.
I got a great idea. I smoked a blunt last night. I'm going to take
And after
Thor,
Blumpkining,
the Viking god. I'm going to stick him on an alien planet, and he has to fight Hawkman.
Hawkman.
Yeah.
Good
And
time.
Mjolnir from Asgard.
Basically, they're thinking the Bruce Banner and Hulk will actually,
Split?
No, they actually come together. Like Banner's brain will start eventually like melding with the Hulk
Oh,
brain. So
that's
they can-
actually when I bought Hulk comic books, was when, like...
He wasn't mindless.
Yeah. And
like
then they
that.
put him back to mindless, and I went, oh, never mind.
So there you go. That is your.
Stoner News plotline for Thor.
Yes. Fraggle Rock. Thor Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
So who's your favorite Fraggle? Or is that for another day?
It's for another day, I think. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, because he's making a movie of it.
All right.
He's
Is
the
he
one
going to be
behind
Uncle
it.
Traveling Matt?
Huh?
Is he going to be Uncle Traveling Matt?
The old guy?
Yeah.
He might be. I think he's the dog.
Oh, Sprocket?
Yes.
Okay.
Sprockets.
This is the part on Sprockets where we dance.
This is why we dance.
This is from Blake. He found a good one per The Guardian.
Yes.
Some of the good sci-fi 2016 films coming out.
Yes.
What is coming out this year?
Animated movies. Zootopia. Bunny police officers struggling to be taken seriously in a world of stronger, mostly male talking animals.
That one looked amusing. Wasn't that on
That was one of
Wars
the.
when
That
we
was
saw
one
it?
of the. You saw that preview where the sloth
sloth?
at the BMV. Yeah,
That looks funny.
it was funny.
That one looked good. And unfortunately, the next one...
Mona. Oh, sorry, Jeff. You didn't see that part.
No,
Mona
that's just Google for next week.
is the South Pacific movie from Disney. I think The Rock has the lead voice in it. I don't know what it's about. It's obviously in the South Pacific, and it's more of that history, which
And
is
they're moaning?
Mona.
Yeah, M-O-A-N.
Yeah, I like that they're doing different. Different cultures. I like that idea. Because there's a lot of stories to be told.
Oh, yeah, I have no problem with that.
Another quick thing here. My daughter does not watch TV. She's kind of more of a wild child. She likes playing, with all
Running
toys.
around and throwing things.
Yeah, pretty much. But we found one movie that she watched, and she has watched it, the sequels straight to DVD, and has watched the original probably 3 times in the last 2 weeks. Lilo and Stitch. You know what? That movie gets better every time I see it.
That's a good movie.
It is so different. It's dark, And it's so different.
Actually, my favorite part of that movie was just all the trailers they made for it.
Yes.
Where Stitch kept interrupting other Disney movies.
Beauty and the Beast, he drops the chandelier on them.
Yeah, and Aladdin, he interrupts their carpet ride.
No, I that movie. That's one of my favorite Disney movies, and it is a really good show. And it's sad. Like, Child Services is taking this girl away from the sister because the parents died in a car wreck. It's like, dear God. But, yeah. And it is kind of funny. Like, they have 3 sequels.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And she's watched them, and she
Straight to DVD sequels?
Yeah. But it's on Netflix. All of them on Netflix. And she gets up on the couch, and the first thing she says is, "Baby, baby, blue baby." She thinks Stitch is a blue baby, so we're going to watch.
Blue baby.
And at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday, I can take a quick cat nap while she's laying on me and watching it.
Watching Blue Baby. Oh, yeah, speaking of Netflix, apparently they're ditching Doctor Who, huh?
Yeah, 1 through 8. Season 1 through 8.
Well, there's all of them. Even they have all the old ones put as something else.
Yeah.
But all Doctor Who is leaving Netflix.
Yeah, nobody knows what the hell's going on in that show
well,
anyways.
any chance I had of catching up on it now.
Amazon Prime is buying a lot of the British shows.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Well, okay, I can watch it on Amazon then.
Cheerio.
But back to Stitch, the one quick thing. All 3 of the DVD sequels is really kind of, I'll give them props. All the background characters, like in the original, they have a guy with an ice cream. He drops the ice cream. They have the frog that Stitch sees originally when they're all in the sequels, like in background, which I thought was clever. And they kept all the same voice actors. Good for them.
All of them?
Yes. Good for them.
Even those that have passed?
Well, I don't know. Who passed?
Crap, what's his name?
That one
The guy
guy.
that played Stitch?
Robin Williams.
No, the guy who played
The
Cobra
genie?
Bubbles.
Oh, Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes, that's his name.
I think they did them all before he
Before
died.
he died. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So, but I thought that was very good that they had, and you know what? They actually weren't bad, the sequels. I'll give them credit. So,
Direct-to-DVD movies, they weren't too bad.
yeah, and to keep my daughter occupied for the first time in ever, I'll take it. Let's see. This is the one you're talking about, Jeff. Universal
Yes.
has The Secret Life of Pets from Despicable Me's Chris Renard.
Renard.
Tells the story of what pets do when their masters are not home. We saw the trailers for this.
Oh, this looked terrible.
It looks bad.
Off your pillowcase.
I was tempted to throw things at the screen.
Yes.
Shit in your shoes.
It looks bad. I did like the one.
Remember
Rip the
time
stuffing
when-
out of your couch.
Who did that the one time we were screening a movie? Got so fed up they actually did throw.
That was me. You yelled at me because I threw pretzels at the screen.
No, somebody threw like an empty Coke bottle or Dr. Pepper
I think my
bottle.
brother did. Actually, one of my brothers did. He previewed with us.
Oh.
But anyways, yes, I
I was thinking
agree.
maybe Scab Jeff did, but
Scab Jeff probably could.
I don't see Scab Jeff getting that worked
Oh
out.
no!
Really?
You put a bad movie in front of him. He's going.
or maybe it was
Really?
me. I don't even remember.
I see.
Pixar has Finding Dory.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
I hope it's good.
DreamWorks Animation has Kung Fu Panda 3, which actually starts next week, I think. Or this week.
This week. I kind of laughed at the commercials for it.
I've never seen a Kung Fu Panda, and my kids haven't either.
Seen
But I've heard
parts.
they've been decent.
Parts of it, yeah.
I saw the first one. I liked it. I haven't seen the second one, but I mean, I actually enjoyed it. Jack Black can't ruin them because
You don't
just
see
on a
him.
voice.
That's true. Let's see here. DreamWorks also has, this is the bad one, Trolls. Based on the punky children's toys due in November.
Like
With the wild hair?
big hairs
Yes.
and the
From
naked little things with the big hairs.
1985 called They Want Their Movie Back.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't they about 30 years too late?
Can we
Matter of
combine
fact-
that with Pez? Can we combine it with Pez?
Do people even know what they are anymore?
No! Nobody knows what
They
this is.
sit on the end of your pen.
It is actually a prequel because then DreamWorks is going to come out with Beanie Babies, the movie. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm Chocolate the Moose.
Is that a Beanie Baby?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it is.
Oh. Yeah, you think. Okay. You
It's the
do.
only one I can remember.
I remember the Princess Diana one. Had the steering wheel attached to it. Moving on. Superhero Smackdowns.
Send all complaints to Jason at Graphic Novice.
Now we've upset the British.
She could get time. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Electric Boogaloo. It's the first of superhero beatdown films, which also include Captain America Civil War, Suicide Squad, X-Men Apocalypse, Gambit, and Doctor Strange with Benedict Cumberbatch. So, which one of you, anyone excited for any of those?
Of those, I'm most excited for Civil War.
Civil War and Deadpool. Oh, I forgot.
You didn't even put them on the
I forgot to
list.
put Deadpool in it. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, it says Batman Superman is the first one. Deadpool's the first one.
Deadpool is
That's
the
coming
first.
out in February.
I know Blake's going to be excited about X-Men Apocalypse. Really excited about that.
Is it a reboot?
All of them are reboots.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Spider-Man's in it too. He's going to get rebooted in it.
Does it have Kevin Bacon?
No, unfortunately, because
Oh,
I
okay.
liked him.
Well, then we're not going to watch it. What about January Jones? Is she in that?
Oh, I hope not.
If she is, I'm not watching.
All right, well, I guess I'm not going to watch it. What about Famke Janssen? Has it got her in it?
No.
Well, I guess
But it
I'm not
does
gonna
have
watch.
Sansa Stark as Famke Johnson.
Is Fappy Johnson? What?
God damn it, Dev! It's in my head now! I know what it was! Space...
This is the title of this episode. Fap, 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 fap.
I don't know. That might be too...
graphic for iTunes. They may not let us on. I didn't know it, but I'm sure iTunes knows what it is.
Then again, I didn't know Blumpkin, so...
We make Jeff
And I
Google.
doubt we can call
That's
it that, can we?
It's a fat blumpkin.
Blumpkin. Oh, well, that's just when you jack off when you're pooping?
If you're still listening,
History Buff Podcast.
we have space opera sequels and Romance in the Stars next.
According to new research, Star Wars Rogue One is the most highly anticipated film of 2016 amongst U.S. cinema goers.
Not me.
I'm excited about it.
Well, I'm not the most. I still say Captain America Civil
Do
War.
we know when Rogue One's coming out?
No.
Sometime in 2016.
2016, that's all I know.
I thought it was December.
Is it
but
December?
I thought they were going for the Christmas crowd again. Every Christmas, a new Star Wars movie!
Basically, Rogue One, as everybody knows, takes place before the first Star Wars. It's about the crew of rebels who conspire to steal the plans
For the Death Star.
Death Star. Rumors state Forrest Whitaker is playing Darth Vader.
Ooh, really? Wow. You know, actually, so this is Star Wars episode 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. I like
Maybe
that
3.666.
3.75.
No, I wanted 3.666.
No.
Maybe
It's not evil. It's not evil. It's just
What
made
about
that way.
3.9?
3.69. Let's see. There seems to be little or no buzz on the opposite end about Star Trek Beyond now that Justin Lin has taken over for J.J. Abrams. I've read nothing but people just trashing this trailer, and nobody's excited about it. It might fail.
It might. I mean, what? They've made...
There's a third
10,
one. Oh, sorry.
12 previous Star Trek movies,
Uh-huh.
and 4 of them were good.
Yeah. The Whales one. That was the best.
No, Wrath of Khan was
I
not.
thought
just kidding.
Trouble with
No,
Tribbles.
actually, that was probably the second best.
I like Trouble with Tribbles.
That was a TV show. That was the episode.
That was one of the movies.
That's actually going to be the plot of Star Trek Beyond. It's just going to be running everywhere.
But the 4 Next Generation movies, like, none of them were all that good.
Oh, but Patrick
And-
Stewart was a Borg.
Well, but then again, they were all better than Star Trek V, the one that William Shatner directed.
Yes. Undiscovered Country.
No, that was 6.
I like Undiscovered Country.
Undiscovered Country was all right.
What is it? The even ones are always the
The
good
even
ones?
ones, at least in the
original.
the original 6, the even ones were good. The odd ones were bad.
2 other movies. Passengers is set on a ship carrying travelers to a distant destination. It sees Chris Pratt lonely and and he wakes up Jennifer Lawrence's character in suspended animation because he's lonely.
Well, I wouldn't wake
He
her
was
up.
tired of fapping and wanted to...
I wouldn't
He's
wake
tired
her
of
up. I wouldn't wake her up right away.
He's tired of staring at the thing going pap, 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 pap. And then there's
He's tired of fapping and wants a Blumpkin.
I wouldn't do that to Jennifer Lawrence.
the dog in. The space
Oh! What?
let's see. The space between
No,
us.
seriously.
And the show has reached a
Bring
new
the
low.
dog in?
Chris Pratt on a ship. Bring a dog. Let's go.
So, for his Blumpkinning?
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Anyways, moving on.
Does he need peanut butter to make it work?
Can we stop the Blumpkin talk, please? I think we've reached my limit of tolerance.
I'll put it this way.
And it's pretty high.
I feel like it's a new toy. Since I didn't know about this, I have to
See what
catch
you
up
did
with
to us,
everybody.
Patrick?
I have to catch up with everybody else.
Well,
On
you
the...
didn't know what it was. Moving on. It is a disgusting act. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Oh please, no!
Anyways, space between us. Which we find is centers on the interplanetary love affair between two young people, Asa Butterfield and Britt Robertson, who are drawn together despite living in literally different worlds. I have no idea what that's about.
I have no idea.
It's about people who live on different planets who have a long distance love affair.
There you go.
Sure.
Interplanetary, apparently.
It's on a dating app.
Tinder. It's on Tinder.
Swipe left.
Interstellar Tinder.
Also,
I'd like to go with alien space chicks that are blue, please.
Oop, nope. Swipe. Ooh, that's a good one.
Search word.
She would kick your ass. John Favreau. The Jungle Book is a remake that's being made this year. That looks good.
I was impressed at the
I think I will be seeing
trailer on that.
Yeah, we talked about that several weeks ago. Yeah.
And they said the thing that's been like basically polling pretty low has been Tim Burton's sequel, Alice Through the Looking Glass.
I didn't particularly think his Alice in Wonderland was that
Has
good.
Tim Burton finally hit the bust?
Yes.
Bust after bust after bust. Has he finally hit the bust scene? I mean, why would you give Tim Burton any money to direct any
Alice
movies
in
anymore?
Wonderland made $200 million. 170 something.
And it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more the first time I saw it, and then you watch it again and you're like, ooh, this is not good.
So you're saying Alice in Wonderland made less than Batman and Robin?
I think so. You have a computer.
Oh, God.
Stop with your Blumpkin and go look for it.
But I'd have to get rid of Blumpkin.
Google something worthwhile.
Yes. Batman and Robin is not worthwhile. That is the Blumpkin of the Batman franchise. Let's see. Swords and Sorcery epics. J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
It's Harry Potter in New York.
Yep. Warcraft.
Without Harry Potter.
That Warcraft is the Blizzard version of Lord of the Rings.
Did you see the trailer for this? The CGI does not look good.
Oh, this is the World of Warcraft movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been like in the works for like 10 years. I think they're like 7 years too late.
Did you see this? The CGI?
Yeah, I saw it. It looks pretty shitty.
It looks bad. Assassin's Creed with Michael Fassbender. They all open along with, this might be the worst film I've seen on trailer, Gods of Egypt.
It looked weird. I'm not sure if I
It
liked
didn't look
it,
worse
but I like
than
the concept
Secret
was
Lives of
different.
Pets.
That's true.
The concept was different, but I don't think, your average American movie going public knows what the hell Egyptian gods are. Unless they're thinking about Moses or something. Who the fuck knows?
Moses. And The Huntsman.
Let my people go.
We've dropped Kristen Stewart, Winter's War, is a spinoff from Snow White and the Huntsman.
It's Thor.
It has Hemsworth in it.
It has Hemsworth and what's her name?
Is that Chris Hemsworth in it?
Yeah, it's Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
And
Still has a little bit of Charlize.
Charlize Theron still plays the evil.
Kristen
witch.
Stewart's not back though.
But Kristen Stewart's not.
That's what
back.
happens when you sleep with the director from the first one.
That's right.
When he's married. And that's not allegedly. That's been
Nope,
found.
that's they've all admitted that.
What did you find out, Jeff?
Well, Batman and Robin's done $238.2 million in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's it called.
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland's done.
There is your news of the geek.
Wow, it's time to grab your balls of fury. It's Plotlines with Jeff and Jason.
And Blake.
Yay! What we got this week, Jeff?
From Nikki. Nikki is asking for the Extreme Team
Yeah, we got Nikki on here
in
again.
2003. The year of the movie is 2003. It is titled The Extreme Team.
Could you explain what Plotlines is, since we haven't done it for a while?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's been a
Plotlines
while.
is when we have a listener send in a title of a movie that we probably have never heard of or know nothing about, and based solely on the title and the year of release, we try to come up with what the plot of the movie would be. And a potential star or two who might be in that movie.
Okay, 2003.
Extreme Team I think it's got to be a sports movie.
Extreme team.
I'm thinking maybe rugby related.
Extreme.
And somewhere along the lines, some guy gets his scrotum ripped open.
Extreme.
He comes back and plays in the
Comes
championship
back and
game.
plays in the championship and wins it all.
Extreme.
And scores a goal?
Touchdown?
Whatever they do.
A crossing thing?
Maybe Jason Statham is in it. That's my guess.
Oh, that's a good one. Jason Statham. I like that. Blake, what's yours?
The extreme team. I put a lot of thought into this.
Oh, God.
It is a bunch of washed up, old, extreme sports guys
So, Point Break.
that decide
Extreme ops.
that decide to try and make an extreme, X Games version of Jackass, and actually end up like paragliding into a madman's evil hideout and end up fighting him. And it stars Tony Hawk's lesser-known brother, Buddy Hawk.
I love me some Buddy Hawk.
Okay, well, that's tough to top.
Extreme!
And you gotta yell extreme every time you do
That's
something.
right. Every time you do something great, they yell, Extreme!
Casper Van Dien plays a special service, Secret Service guy. Special ops. His girlfriend gets kidnapped somehow.
Is it Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
I like it already.
She was like 14 at that time, but sure.
Sure. And we're going with that him and his extreme team of special ops have to break onto an island to stop this madman before he, I don't know, blows up Earth or something. He wants the money. It's like an M. Bison, bad guy. And I was going to say it's on the Sci-Fi Channel. So I'm going with that.
Okay.
But I'm going with Casper Van Dien. So let's see what this is.
Yeah, don't make Jeff Google it.
Oh! Nobody got the actors right. Bei Ling is the biggest actress.
Bei Ling?
Yes.
Who's she?
Crank 2.
Kung Fu chick?
Oh.
Crank 2.
Is this out of China, or is it just...
You know what? I'm pretty damn close.
really?
A secret Black Ops rescue team made up of Gen X extreme sports athletes.
I had the extreme sport thing in there.
You actually might be right. Go to New Zealand to save a former member that's been kidnapped. High five, Blake.
Oh shit, we almost got it.
Is this related to the Extreme Ops movie? Is this like a sequel to Extreme Ops?
I don't know. Chris Pratt's feature film debut.
No.
Well done, Mickey.
Hey, was his screen name Buddy Hawk?
Chris Pratt. Oh.
That's the only.
Oh, that's the Radon Chong movie?
That's the only trivia movie. Trivia.
That's the one directed by Radon Chong?
Nope.
No?
Leslie Libman, but I know Radon Chong is the one.
Oh, her movie was never released.
That's right.
She hired him first, but her
Made
movie
in the
never came out.
USA. But they go to New
When
Zealand.
they go to New Zealand.
Filmed on location in Hobbiton.
All right, now we gotta find out where we can watch this.
It looks like it is the sequel to Extreme Ops.
Is it?
Yes. Connections, references, Extreme Ops in 2002.
Yeah, I remember that movie. I was working at the theater when Extreme Ops came out.
If you're one of the user reviews, 1 star.
Yeah.
Extreme team, extreme tedium. If you're extreme sports fanatic, well, you probably got better things to do than watch this movie. I, however, am not an extreme sports fanatic. But after the movie ended, I too contemplated throwing myself off a tall building.
Without a parachute? Extreme!
I confess I missed the beginning of this movie. I must also confess an overwhelming sense of relief I missed the beginning of the movie.
Wow.
I like that
I
review.
like the review.
Hey, you know, I should save that guy's name and see what other reviews he's written.
It's his
What's his handle?
P Stancer. PSTANCER from Hong Kong. If you like breathtaking scenery, fast-paced
iron action.
witty dialogue and extreme sports, go watch the Discovery Channel. Do not watch this movie under any circumstances.
But it's Chris Pratt's debut. I'm going to have to watch it. But
No, I don't see. I think that's the only review.
It's the only review for the movie, or only review he's ever written.
See one user review. That's it.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a movie that was watched by a lot of people. But I got a couple stories about the movie Extreme Ops, which might be the first movie of that. I just remember Extreme Ops looked like a terrible movie. I never actually had to watch that one. But I remember all of it took place like up in a ski resort mountain where the guys were extreme skiing and the bad guys came in and took over.
Yes.
So I just remember one night I decided I'm going to turn the air conditioning on in the theater and that was showing that movie to see if I got any complaints. I just wanted to test the theory that since it takes place in the cold, would people
like being in the cold?
People like have a problem if the theater, and it was like in the winter, so I turned off the heat and turned on the air, and no one complained. About halfway through the movie, I had one of the ushers who was doing a check going around said, "Oh, it's like real cold in theater 12," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta go talk to him." And I went, "Did anyone complain about it?" And he's like, "No, I just noticed." I'm like, "Sweet, I did that on purpose."
So it was like a feeling. It was not only saw it, but you sensed
felt
it.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other story I had on that was we had two movies showing in the same theater, like alternating. And instead of threading up Extreme Ops, I accidentally threaded up the last Pierce Brosnan Bond movie.
GoldenEye. I know. Yeah. Okay.
The one with Halle Berry.
Yeah, the invisible car.
Die Another Day. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I accidentally threaded that up. We sold 2 tickets. It looked like a couple went in, and they didn't complain that the wrong movie was on. And the problem was, the James Bond movie was an hour longer than the Extreme Ops movie, so I had to stay at work an hour longer.
Because you threaded up the
Because
wrong
I threaded
one.
up the wrong one. I'm like getting ready to shut down and said, "This was supposed to be done like a half hour ago, and it's still going on." And I'm like, "That's the wrong movie." I'm like,
Nobody
no one
complained.
complained. I started the wrong movie, and no one And I'm like, they were probably happy they didn't have to watch Extreme Ops.
They're probably having sex. They really didn't care.
That's what I
There were only 2
assumed.
people in the thing.
Peace Dancer. I'm going to do one more review of his. The Thing Below from 2004. So bad they named it twice. I had the misfortune to catch the movie on Cinemax in Asia, where it had been renamed Sea Ghost for reasons that are now obvious. The film brought back memories, unfortunately not pleasant ones, of science fiction past. The shaky sets, the cinematic cliches, the blatant plot inconsistencies, and best of all, the very special, shaky special effects, which appear to have been produced by on one of the production assistant's kid's brother's home computer. Yes, it sucks big time. Only watch if this is the last movie on Earth, and it's a quiet night in oblivion.
Well, I like his reviews. We might have to do a special
a Peace
segment
Dancer
where we just
review.
read his
There you go.
reviews.
Peace
He did
Dancer.
Extreme Team, Life of Brian, Thing Below, Blue Crush,
Oh God, Blue
Crush.
which he titles it Spice Girls on Surfboards.
Yeah,
We watched Blue Crush in Afghanistan. We liked it, and not because it was a good plot.
Fap, 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 fap. And 2 Doctor Who
And there was a lot of
episodes.
fapping that night.
And 2 Doctor Who's.
We need to get a hold of him and let him know we'll read his reviews on our. Just keep pumping them out. Pumping them out. Whatever movie you want to review.
This film has a chick flick mediocrity written all over it, and yet I feel strangely compelled to give it a 7.
Fat, 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 fat.
Which one was that?
Blue Crush.
That was just for the bikinis.
I don't know who this Peace Dancer is, but I want him on my show. Can we get him on the show? Go ahead, Jeff. What's else? Box office news?
Box office news.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Okay, the bomb this week is The Fifth Wave. It's only made $10 million in its opening weekend on a $38 million budget. Bigger bombs have happened, but The Fifth Wave was supposed to be an up-and-coming. Sony had high hopes for the film franchise, and they bought the rights to the book even before it was published.
Blake, what do you think about that? Sony buying the rights to a book that wasn't even published.
Oh, of course. I was like, just like, HBO making Game of Thrones. Oh, wait a minute.
Do you think Sony was the only one bidding in this bidding war?
Probably, yes.
So I got this plot. It's these kids in dystopian society, aliens attack. I bought it. I want it now. I want this movie for Sony.
Do it now.
I haven't written it. It's actually just on a napkin, my plot. I $5 million. Okay, I think that would be great. $6 million. You're bidding against yourself, sir. No, $7 million. Oh, what do I need to get this? I would have sold it for $700.
Yeah. At least Chloe Grace Moretz is in it.
Is she?
Yes.
Oh, good for her. Good for her. This was supposed to be a big franchise. Not so much.
Not now.
No.
Yeah, its opening weekend, it didn't even make the top 5.
No.
Number 1, The Revenant again, $16 million, a total of $119 on a $135 million budget. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, another $14 million, total of $879 million.
It's back up to number 2.
Yeah.
On a budget of $200 million. Ride Along 2, another $13 million, a total of $59 million on a $40 million budget.
With
So
no
Ride Along
Oscar
3,
nominations for Ride Along 2.
It wasn't. It was released in 2016, so it won't be until next Oscars.
Kevin Hart's short enough that I think he was the
All right.
epitome of the statue, though.
Okay.
Dirty Grandpa made $11.5 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $11.5 million.
I like that. It made it even. It
broke
right.
even.
Well, go Dirty Grandpa. And The Boy,
I have no idea. It's a horror movie.
it made $11 million on a budget of $10 million. So go Boy.
It's isn't it like it's a old lady's got a goofy doll that's a boy,
God.
something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yay.
All right, upcoming the weekend starting January 29th, we got 50 Shades of Black.
No Oscar nominations for that.
2016.
Oh,
It should have come out end of December.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
wondering.
this looks awful, right?
Yeah.
It looks
Marlon Wayans.
completely,
horrible.
Yeah, so the Wayanses need to rethink every movie they
I
make.
just don't understand why any Wayans aren't in any Oscar nominations.
No,
I have no qualms about that.
Especially Sean Wayans. Really thought he was the big one. He was going to break out.
Wasn't he KRS-One?
Yes, he was the disc jockey on In Living Color.
The Finest Hours.
That was the boat. It looks like into the what's the George Clooney movie? Into the Storm or whatever that was.
The Wave.
Yeah, their lifeguard. He plays a lifeguard that goes out in a.
Oh, that's the Coast Guard.
Yeah, in a little
Not
rickety,
lifeguard, Coast
in a
Guard,
little
yeah.
rickety boat to save a big liner or something.
Yeah.
He's a dinghy and he goes to.
What are they gonna do? Go save one person?
Based on a true story. There was once a Coast Guard.
That didn't look too bad, but
It looks like Into the Storm.
Yeah, wasn't Perfect Storm?
Perfect Storm. Perfect
Yeah,
Storm.
wasn't
sorry.
this already in a Perfect Storm?
Exactly. We had actually had free tickets to that tonight, but we were recording and I thought we could watch something different. I'm sorry.
oh, I wouldn't have went anyway.
Yeah.
And also Kung Fu Panda 3.
Sorry. They're re-releasing the original. Intern fired. You forgot to put the 3.
I was able to figure out what he meant.
Of all of them, Kung Fu Panda looks the best.
Of those 3,
Yeah.
that's the one I would see.
So,
Although I don't know. Do I have to see Kung Fu Panda 2?
probably not. I think
'Cause I
you're
saw
You
right.
have
the
to,
first
I have to
one.
see 2 to understand what's
But
happening
I
in
haven't
3.
seen 2.
I think you need to see 1, but not 2.
Okay.
And I think that's.
All right, then I'm safe then. I can watch
Is
Kung
it on a
Fu Panda
standalone by itself?
Can we
Could it
say
stand
that The
alone?
Revenant is going to have another number 1 week?
I want to go see it.
3. Unless Star Wars
I've heard a lot of good
overtakes
things
it.
about
My parents in their 70s saw it and they said it was a little gruesome. They liked it. And they said they don't know how Leo's up for Best Actor when he's only had 10 lines in the whole movie. I said, well, that's how good he is because he projects
You didn't
it.
see the Onion put a thing about Leo up for, hoping to win an Oscar or something about because of all the, I had to grunt and I had to look longingly and
Quick then on the Oscars with, lack of minorities being nominated. The Saturday Night Live did a skit this week.
I
Did
saw
you see
that.
it?
No.
They had Welcome to the Oscars, and it was actor, I think, Best Actor.
Best Actor.
And they show this white guy for Straight Outta Compton, and they show this big long speech that the African American has, and then the white guy comes and goes, "I'm with ya," and he's the one nominated. And then they show.
Well, it started out where the first one, there was like a white guy and a black guy in the
Yeah.
scene, and they had it together, and the white guy got the nomination. And then the next one, it was, okay, it's definitely the black guy is the guy in the scene, and the white guy, and then it just gets ridiculous.
The fifth nomination is a guy walking in the background.
No, actually, it even got worse than that. The one guy was the guy on the phone.
Yeah, he was on the phone.
The lady is calling to complain about, how she's being mistreated by the landlords and all this stuff. And he's like, I'll forward your complaint. And he was nominated for Best Actor.
And they show his African black co-star in the background, and he's just looking at him like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, like every time, though, the white guy's sitting there clapping, and the black guy is just staring him down. It was a great skit. I'll give him credit for that one.
Cool.
So, there you go. There's your box office news. Let's do some top 5.
All right, top 5 this week. We're going to do our top 5 worst sports announcers.
From Doug.
Number one fan Doug suggested this.
Real quick, time out. Before I apologize, we had a couple questions about the Royal Rumble this past weekend. I will get to them next week because I'm still trying to process everything. AJ Styles premiered. Yes, he looked awesome.
AJ Styles.
Stop! Shut up!
20 years past.
No, he looks good. He looks good, and he fought Chris Jericho last night on Monday Night Raw. And
I didn't know Jericho was still wrestling.
Yeah, he's
so this is 1998 again.
Let's just say they tore down the house, and it makes the other wrestlers that are like the popular ones look bad.
And I don't have a problem because Jericho was always one of my favorites, and Styles was okay.
As soon as they brought Styles in, I thought he needs to fight Jericho to get that rub.
This is
get
like
that push.
Stuff that was popular 18 years ago in wrestling.
AJ Styles still looks. He is phenomenal. He's amazing in it.
All right. Well. Okay, well, Jason will get to his wrestling talk next week. Sorry.
Wrestling.
All right, so top 5 worst sports announcers. Oh, I didn't even take wrestling into consideration for this.
We're doing that later. Keep
on. So apparently we had different discussions on what exactly a sports announcer is. So I think our lists will be very different.
I took it as a sports announcer, not sideline reporter or commentator, as in sports announcers.
Like the guys who are telling you what's going on when you watch the game.
Yeah, the play-by-play and the color man.
Oh, then we're okay.
That's what I went by.
That's what I went with by too.
He's got sideline reporter shit over here or something.
Well, that's because he doesn't like...
he doesn't understand what a sports announcer is.
He doesn't like Michelle Trefoya or something, so he wants to put her on his list.
Exactly.
Or Saragusa. I think he hates Saragusa too.
Son of a bitch.
That's my number 5.
He's a sideline reporter.
He's called games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called games.
That's my number 5. Tony Saragusa.
I didn't mean to ruin that.
Thank you.
He was a sideline reporter.
Well, Blake, you go first. What's your number 5?
Blake, what's your number 5?
Tony Saragusa.
He's an honorable mention for me.
God.
Did you see this a couple weeks ago when he was wearing like a full bear outfit?
He's a dumbass. He's
He
a
is.
big stupid
but when he does that man cave show, that was cool.
No, stop it. Stop it. He is awful.
I hate him. I hated him as a player on the Ravens. I hate him now.
Well, everyone hated him as a player on the Ravens,
Exactly.
especially Cleveland fans.
Of course.
I'll go number 5.
Okay, you go.
Got a tie.
No.
I hope he does shit.
You had a tie before I
And
did.
the reason
Let
why
it
they're
know.
number
Let it
5.
be known.
The reason they're number 5 is because they're no longer, working and one's dead. John Madden, Pat Summerall.
Oh.
I fucking hated those two. Awful.
Okay, that's not really a tie because they work together.
Correct, that's what I did. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
did a couple of teams.
Oh, they were okay.
No, fuck that.
Now,
John
Madden was
Madden
terrible.
is-
I didn't like Summerall.
You know what?
I just didn't like
You know what? It was the Super Bowl about the Rams and the Patriots. And I remember that the Patriots scored like 21 straight points. And they're like, they're on a 21-0 run. Yay? Thanks for that.
Nah, but
He scores a touchdown. That's 6 points. Thanks,
But the
John.
best is when Madden was telestrating and he's like, all right, you got your A gap here, your B gap here, your C gap, and then you just run straight up the middle, turn right through the A-hole.
Bam!
Bam! Right up the A-hole.
And then
like,
Pat Summerall.
The A-hole.
That's a Stallone.
Pat Summerall.
sorry. I'm Pat Summerall.
But Pat Summerall was great on the Madden games when you have Summerall like throw out the stupid little thing.
Like, he's a better announcer on the video games
When
than
he's
on the live.
sober on the video games, because they had him in the sound studio.
So fuck Madden and Summerall.
He couldn't hit that little
right.
flask during the football games.
Well, my number 5 I put
Summerall.
as a team. Every week I get forced to listen to them.
Oh God.
Both of them are bad on their own.
Yeah.
But when they're together, they're really, really bad. And that's Troy Aikman and Joe Buck.
My number 3.
Both of them?
Yeah, I had the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, my number 5.
Why does everybody hate Joe Buck?
I feel like he comes across as just an arrogant piece of shit.
Why?
I don't know why
Really?
he comes across as that.
Is it because he's a Cardinals fan or something? Or
No.
St. Louis Cardinals
Maybe
guy?
because
Didn't
I
his
hated
dad?
Jack, I hated Jack Buck.
I didn't hate Jack
Jack
Buck.
Buck?
Jack Buck was good. Joe Buck.
Everybody hates Joe Buck. Why?
And with Aikman, I mean, it's just and the fact that they're the number 1 team on Fox, it's like no.
It's kind of disturbing.
Let's listen to
Put
somebody
Gus
else.
Johnson on there.
Put somebody that doesn't suck on there, and I'll be happy.
What happened to Bryant Gumbel's brother?
He does play-by-play now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At where? Does he-
CBS.
CBS.
Oh, okay.
He moved. He actually asked to be moved out of the studio. He wanted to do play-by-play.
Greg Gumbel.
Yeah. So Gumbel to Gumbel.
I don't blame him. You're in that studio with all those hicks and dumbasses. I want out there
Bradshaw.
too.
God,
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Johnson. Ugh. They said Howie Long's the worst.
Yeah.
They said he's the biggest
all those
dick.
guys on Fox are pretty bad.
Jeff
They're all
Dunham.
bad.
No, I'm not a Dunham fan at all. The ventriloquist. When he was auditioning for
What the what?
the ventriloquist.
He's not a ventriloquist.
Well, no.
He's a guy that plays with dolls.
Not a good ventriloquist.
He's a terrible ventriloquist.
Yes.
His mouth. I mean, he doesn't even try to not move
But he
his
has
mouth.
Akbar. Yeah, that's not horrible.
I'm like, I see your lips moving. This is not funny.
But he said that he auditioned for the funny part, like the Jimmy Fallon, Cousin Sal.
Frank Caliendo
Yeah.
shit.
And he said Howie Long was the biggest ass with it, and Terry Bradshaw was the second one. And he auditioned, and he was 30 seconds into it, and they both said, nope, and they stopped him. It's like, ouch. And he said the reason is he was making fun. He made a joke about Terry Bradshaw. And they both said, nope, you're done. It's like, but you're, what? You're a country bumpkin.
They liked it when Caliendo made fun of him.
Yeah, but...
Or at least they played it
faked
off
it.
like they
Yeah.
liked it, but they didn't fire him immediately.
No. So there you go. What's your number 4?
Probably because they like his John Madden.
Yeah.
My number 4 is it's I hate this team of announcers because it's the team for like a decade we got every week watching the Bengal games, and they were terrible and completely biased. Was Don Criqui and Steve Tasker.
Oh, Steve Tasker.
We had to put up with a lot of that being Browns fans because
Yeah.
they
I
gave
think
him the
they got
shittiest game of the week.
Yeah. Oh, that's they're the H team in CBS's list, and they were terrible. Yeah, every Brown Bengal game was Criqui Tasker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But Tasker flat out despised the Bengals and made no qualms about it. I think he played for the Bills. I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hated the Bengals during his playing days, and it's like, why do we get him every week? Mm-hmm. And
Steve Tasker, I just Googled it just to make sure.
Yeah.
He was ejected from his last game. His retirement
Announcing?
game. No. When he was playing.
Oh.
His last game, he was ejected. I remember watching that game and cracking up because up until that point, they were like doing a, retrospect. Oh, Steve Tasker, it's his final game. And, they kind of were talking. And then he gets ejected. And I was like, that's awesome.
That's like Bosa getting kicked out of the Ohio State Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
Targeting.
So there you go. I agree with you on Steve. I just, every time I see him, I was like, he gets kicked out. He got kicked out. He didn't end his career like he wanted it.
Yeah, there you go. Special teamer.
My number 4 is kind of a diversion. I kind of hobied it. I did it not only because I just feel like he's a fucking piece of shit.
Okay.
Jim Gray. I fucking hate that man.
He's not good. There's a lot worse though.
I feel like he thinks he's more important than the story, and he brings it across like I can't stand Pete Rose. Yeah. When he just kept gnawing at it, like, well, you bet on baseball, didn't you? She's like, this isn't the time or place. Calm down.
Just put it this way: when you look bad versus Pete Rose,
yes,
you
it's
did
not a good
something
day.
wrong.
Yeah.
And he sealed the deal when he was on ESPN's The Decision with LeBron James when he was making The Decision.
He was the
And he was one of the
asshole?
driving. He was one of the driving forces behind it. They even said LeBron didn't even actually really want to do it that much, but ESPN kept talking to him, and Jim Gray was one of the voices that kept talking to him. Fuck Jim Gray. Again, when you make me feel bad for Pete Rose, I hate you. I hate you.
The decision. We have an hour-long decision. LeBron, we have interview with you. Let's start out. I'm going to South Beach. Going to Miami. All right, we have 57 more minutes.
We have 57 more minutes.
57 more
and
minutes,
an entire
Phil.
crowd of people that are pissed off.
now you got riots and burning buildings down in Cleveland.
Are you sure you're going to South Beach?
Yeah, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach.
No. Let's talk about this. Are you sure? Let's go through this.
I'm going to go play for the Miami Heat.
Are you sure?
I'm going to South Beach, and here are all these kids I brought for donations.
We have a crowd of kids in hospice that are from the Cleveland Clinic.
They all died. They all just died. Little Joey with cancer in Cleveland just died. LeBron, how do you feel
Jim Gray
about
probably
that?
went up to the kid with cancer. Are you sure you have cancer? Are you faking it? Jim, calm down.
Did you see the Onion article about New England coach
Bill Belichick goes to the hospital.
visits hospital to watch fan die?
And he's pictured of him just struggling.
In his hoodie, frowning. It's funny.
He does look like
That's awesome.
Blake, what's your number 4?
My number 4, because I've done a lot of traveling, and there's nothing worse than listening to radio, the opposing team's homers calling the game against your team.
Oh,
I hate that.
Oh, you just told a general one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a tie for all of them.
I thought maybe there was a specific one that really.
I should have done the Pittsburgh Pirates play-by-play
No,
announcers.
they were great. No, they were great. They made the boring game fun.
Early 2000s, when I was single, I had MLB
Network.
No, the
MLB
baseball
radio
all the
package.
season.
Yeah.
The TV package. And I'm a Pirates fan, so I used to watch a lot of the Pirates games, and that's when they were horrible.
Yeah.
And we were watching the game, and the announcers were, I don't know who they were. They're like, and they were down, 12-0 at that point?
Bad.
Like, they were just gone. There's a man on first, and they're like, okay, the ball comes in here, and they get the telestrator out, and they draw a circle above the catcher's mitt. If it comes in here, and they draw a line, he can hit it, and they take his bat, and they draw a home run, basically.
He can hit it, and the ball will travel like this.
And then the next pitch, he strikes out. And the announcers, it goes quiet, he goes, nothing's going right our way today.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget driving through Chicago in the late 90s. Harry Carey was still alive. And I was listening to a Cubs game, and it's like, and listen to Harry Carey. Of course, it was like this, like 7th inning, so he's already trashed. And you hear this pop, and you hear, and he goes off the bat, and he looks like this one could be out of here. It could go all the way. And then there's a pause, and this other guy, I forget the guy's name. I'm not from Chicago. He goes,
Stone,
and pop out to the shortstop.
Yep, I think I remember that specific. Pop out.
Joe Nuxall used to do that with the Reds. And my favorite one that I've told Jeff many times, my favorite calling is, he's like, well, Sean Casey's up to bat. And, Griffey's up to bat. 2-2 count. And it goes silent for 2 minutes. And then he goes...
You hear the stadium, just people ordering peanuts and shit.
And, you hear some cheering, but you don't hear much else. 2 minutes later, I'm not kidding, I'm driving and you hear, Sean Casey up to bat now after Griffey's home run. What the fuck? He hit a home run?
You know what? I used to play softball Thursday nights, up at Winton Woods and up by Winton. And Thursday nights, there was nothing better than driving home on a summer night with the top down, listening to Nuxall call Reds games because it was so relaxing.
Yes. Well, it's a 2-2 count here. That's a ground ball to short. Casey's up now.
And the best part was the dead radio air where you could just hear people in the background in the stands. You could hear guys, back on, right? You could hear the vendors. You could hear people clapping. You could hear people saying something.
Clinking the glass with his liquor.
Yeah.
No,
Joe Nuxall's a Reds announcer for out of state.
Everybody loves Nuxall.
Yeah,
Everybody loved Nuxie. When he got really old, he was like taking more naps in between innings than he was calling.
My brother was in a fantasy league, and they had a rule that you had to name your fantasy team after, some sort of baseball-related pun, usually, is what everybody did. So my brother one time just named his team Dead Air.
In honor of Nuxie.
In honor of Nuxall. And everyone is like,
right. Nuxall.
Dead Air? Well, I don't get it. It's honor of Joe Nuxall.
That's right. Dead Air.
The Joe Nuxall home run with Griffey was my funniest thing. That I was like, what just happened?
That was. I've got something similar to that coming up. But yes.
Although you mentioned...
It's called a teaser.
You mentioned...
Harry Carey?
Harry Carey. My favorite Harry Carey is with Steve Stone. And Harry Carey, I don't know why he thought this was a fun thing.
all bottom of the sacks.
But Harry Carey, it's like, Sosa spelled backwards is ASOS.
Sosa spelled backwards is ASOS.
Steve Stone looks at him and goes, "Oh, Harry, what's Grzelotix spelled backwards?" Like Mark Grzelotix next batter or something. What's And he's like, "I can't even pronounce that forward."
If you give me one more beer, I can tell you.
What was that? Was your number 4?
That was my number 4. My number 3, since we're doing the wraparounds, I'll tell you who is the most annoying, baseball. If you're not from New York, is got to be the Yankees, Susan Waldman. And I remember listening to her when Roger Clemens came back into the league, like halfway through the season, and the Yankees signed him. You could always hear, "And over there, and they're gonna make a big announcement. Open the stands. It's Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens is standing out of the booth, and he's waving his hands. And the crowd goes wild." And you're just like, who the fuck is this annoying New York lady? I can't stand her. I hate her. I hate the Yankees. I hate Roger Clemens. And I now hate Susie Waldman. It's Roger Clemens up in the booth with Steinbrenner.
It kind of sounds like you're doing a Saturday Night Live skit.
She sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit sometimes. Is it going, Steinbrenner, where's the calzones?
We've now become George Costanza.
Bro, I smell calzone. I know, of course, you know the best impersonation of Steinbrenner is Larry David.
Yes.
That's right.
Hire this man. My number 3 was Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Yeah,
Right. I'm glad I ruined that one for you.
Down to awards on
Ruined it.
sports announcing. Next.
My number 3, fairly recent new addition to the baseball announcing. Unfortunately, ESPN tends to let him do way too many games, and I actually decided if he's doing the game, I won't even bother watching it, and that's Rick Sutcliffe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
He's terrible.
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 I mean, it's enough that, I love watching baseball, and I will stop watching the game if Sutcliffe is doing
Is he worse than Sean Casey?
Oh, God, yeah.
Sean Casey?
Sean Casey's not good, but Rick Sutcliffe makes me want to hurt things just listening to him. And I'm like, I want to watch baseball and just enjoy it, but I just get angry. Like, listening to talk radio, when people start talking, you're like, you're such a fucking idiot. And I mean, it's like, I want to be relaxed. I don't want to be stressed out because Rick Sutcliffe is doing the fucking game. So I stopped listening to it.
I don't think even when he was playing, people hated him this much.
I didn't hate him when he was playing.
He wasn't talking then.
Well, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Tim McCarver.
I thought that was going to be your number 1. I know you hate Tim McCarver.
I do hate Tim McCarver.
Graham Trust.
But, I just remember when CBS lost baseball to Fox. Fox outbid them, and I was so happy because that meant Tim McCarver wouldn't be doing the games anymore. It's like, sweet. He was a CBS employee. That means Fox will get somebody new. And then Fox hired Tim McCarver. I'm like, you don't want me to watch this. 93 World Series. Phillies versus the Blue Jays. They spent 2 innings talking about Scrapple.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm like, okay, it's fine. Show the little, okay, here's some local color. They sell this food here. 2 minutes maybe? No, 2 innings. about Scrapple, and I'm like, I don't even want to ever eat Scrapple because Tim McCarver pissed me off.
But Scrabble pieces, you will.
Well, yeah. But anyway, Tim McCarver's my
Talk
number
about
two.
Scrabble all day, but Scrapple, screw that.
My number 2, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I have hatred for this man, Phil Simms.
Yep, I knew he was going to be on your list.
Yeah.
Fuck him. He kind of irked me when his son got a
Lacerated kidney?
Chris Sims.
Or-
spleen injury.
Spleen
When he was a
blowed up.
hack of a quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bucks. And somebody said that he should have gutted it out, or then they were criticizing when he came back that he was throwing interceptions. And Phil Simms got on air. He was in studio at the time, and he's like, "That is ridiculous. You don't pick on him because he can't throw the ball. You don't pick on him. That is my son." And it's like, that is not an unbiased party you got here. I know he's your son. You should not be talking about it then if it makes you that angry.
Unprofessional.
Yes. Now, as an announcer, since the Bengals have gotten better, he does a lot more of the games. And I'm so fucking tired of him talking. Oh my god, I fucking hate that man. Jim Nantz has... He's kind of like Darth Vader. Jim Nantz has good in him. You just have to... It just depends on who's around him. But Phil Simms has nothing. He's Palpatine. He is Palpatine. I can't fucking stand him. Fuck him.
You want to criticize this quarterback?
So the question is, would you rather have Phil Simms or Steve Tasker?
Tasker. I'll take Steve Tasker.
Because that means the team's doing bad.
Oh, fuck.
You're gonna have, how about Sims and Tasker together? Just kill me now.
God. That'd be a Browns fan.
You'd rather listen to Susie Waldman talk about Roger Clemens. He's in the booth. Okay.
Number 2.
My number 2. Oh, I gotta wrap around. All right, number 2. I hate this guy because every big Ohio State Buckeyes undefeated season ended with this asshole calling it on ABC Sports. It's Brent Musburger.
You know what?
Oh, he's not good.
He was an
You're
honorable
right.
mention. Remember when A.J. McCarron was playing for Alabama and he spent 2
Oh
quarters
yeah, drooling over his girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's a hottie.
she's a quarterback. Sure get those women, don't
Look
they?
at her. And then like a quarter later, let's go back to A.J. McCarron's girlfriend. She's a former Miss
There she is
Alabama.
again.
Like Brett.
Meanwhile, he's probably fapping underneath the table under that game.
Well, it probably does take him 2 quarters to fap.
Yeah, it takes a while to get it up, you know. I say.
But fuck him. I agree with you.
I just when there's a undefeated Ohio State and they're ranked number 1 or in the top 10, and he's calling the game and it's on prime time, I know we're gonna lose because that asshole just bad luck for all Buckeye fans. But true story. Spring break. I actually got a ride from Blake Musburger.
Blake, his son?
His son is named Blake Musburger, who also we were actually in school together at the same time.
MU?
Yeah. And it's kind of funny. I actually also, during that same year, it's weird. I had like this year of weird encounters. In the same year, I got a ride from Blake Musburger during spring break in Daytona Beach because he stopped and picked me up because I was wearing an MU shirt. And he's like, "Hey, man, you go to MU?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he hops in, and he's like, "Hey, what's your name?" He's like, "My name's Blake." I'm like, "No shit, my name's fucking Blake." I think he was probably thinking I was fucking with him.
And then you said Blake Edwards.
Blake
He's like,
Edwards.
oh, that's the one
Blake
famous
Edwards.
Blake
He's
you
like,
know.
"Yeah, I'm Blake Musburger."
Did he give you a drink with something fizzing in it?
No.
I woke up in a hotel room. I don't know where it was, but I
And
stayed.
my
Oh,
ass was
should be.
killing me.
But that year also, I also played pool and got in drunk argument at pool in a bar which is famous at MU with Bo Schembechler's son, who went to school there too at the same time.
Bo
I
Schembechler
beat his
let
ass. I
son
beat his ass in pool. Bo Schembechler's
He
son.
let his son go to school in the state
Yeah.
of Ohio?
Schembechler started in Ohio, man.
Yeah, but
and he coached at MU.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
The Cradle of Coaches?
That's right. So then, also, I think in that same year, of course, advanced a year, it was the same year from freshman to sophomore, I partied with Monty Schottenheimer's daughter in our fraternity house. And she wasn't a looker, by the way. But being a Browns fan, that was still really cool.
I want a book on your life. Not a reading one, a book on tape.
You know, I told my Michael Stipe story this week. It was awesome. We'll talk about it sometime. That's how there's Navy in Georgia.
Should we overlay the story time with Blake music?
Yeah, there you go. Let's do it next time. But anyway, so this brings me to my number one. Living in Cincinnati, there's one sportscaster I cannot stand when he is on the radio. I can't stand this man.
I think I know where you're going.
I pity Dan Horde for having to call games with this asshole, this clueless asshole, and that is Dave Lapham.
Ex-football player, and he definitely represents the ex-football player.
And he is a Bengals lapdog to Mike Brown. And I'll tell you what, you will get this, Dan Horde. You know, it'll be okay. Third and 15. What's your guys? Palmer.
Dalton?
No, Dalton. Your quarterback before Dalton. What's it?
Palmer,
yeah, Carson Palmer. It's like 3rd and 15. Carson Palmer drops back to pass. Goes throw it long. Down the sideline. It was Chad Johnson, and he goes up for the ball, and it goes in, and it was made a great reach and play for the ball. Oh, Chad. Oh, that was, And Bengals punt the ball. Here's the next one. The next one, it had, what's the name? Your running back, Giovanni Bernard. It's like, Dan Horde starts off. And the Bengals, 3rd and goal from the 9. Drops back, is a handoff. Giovanni Bavard goes up the left. Oh, yeah! Go! Oh my gosh! The safety for the back. Hey, good safety. You go back and pick up your jock strap on the 7-yard line because Bernard made a move and he got to go pick it up. You go pick up your jock strap. You left it on the 7-yard line because Bernard made such a great move and that was a great run. Yes! Field goal is good.
and those people listening at home, Blake is not exaggerating.
That is.
Actually, Dave Lapham made national news this football season. Did you hear it?
No.
What was it? The overtime win or something?
Against Seattle?
Against Seattle or something. Was there a long play for a touchdown? I can't remember what it was, but national news. And the Bengals upset, I guess, the Seattle Seahawks, giving you the call on that one. Dave Lapham from Cincinnati is like Dan Horde, and he goes and he gets the ball, and you just hear Lapham, go! Yeah! Go! Yeah! You're just like, what the hell just happened?
And the sad part about the whole thing is, if he doesn't have a cheering interest in the game, Lapham's not bad.
No.
But the fact that he is just such a screamer and yeller when he's got the cheering interest.
I will tell you my favorite part with him is back in the 2000s, mid-2000s, is I was coming home and Bengals tied the game, or you thought they were going to tie it. They were going for the extra point. It was like 2004 or so. And it was Neil Rackers, the kicker, extra point. And you hear Lapham go, well, he's never missed an extra point to lose a game. It's like, well, that's the death knell. Yeah. And then you just hear, kick is up. Oh my God. And I'm like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened?
You don't know what's going on.
2
exactly
minutes later,
on the radio.
I can't believe the Bengals lost. Like, what? What just happened?
And the best part is he does the locker room interviews after the game.
Yeah.
And if the Bengals lose, he'll be sitting there back there and be like, okay, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go try and talk to Andy. Andy, I know.
Is he from Shawshank Redemption? Andy Dufresne. Andy Dalton.
It really hurts to lose one this way, does it? It's really painful, Andy. How do you feel?
Well, you just answered my question. Thank you, David.
Pretty much, yeah, that's Lapham.
That is not exactly.
Yeah.
We were discussing this at work today, and when my boss came in, we were discussing sportscasters we hate. He goes, "Oh, you know who my number one is?" And we're like, Dave Lapham.
Yeah. The jockstrap story is a real true one. He basically was like, "Go, go pick up your jockstrap on the side. You got juked out of your jockstrap. He made such a move. He left his jockstrap. And you're just like, well, did he score a touchdown? It was 3rd and goal.
Yeah,
what happened?
He's tackled on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, he's tackled on the 3.
Oh, he juked me at the 7.
He juked him at the 7, but they got him on the 6. You know, and I cannot see, and I apologize if I've waken up the Brigger household. Give your pregnant wife my apologies. Because the studio sound system down here, the sound inhibiting walls, are still in installation stage.
I do remember one time listening to Lapham and driving in the car, and they went for the long pass or whatever, and he's screaming and yelling, and I'm parked and I'm wanting to go out to wherever I'm going, and I'm waiting to find out what he's yelling about, and I'm like, this must be good. Did they score? Blah, blah, blah. It turned out, no, it was an interception and it was pick 6.
Oh, Palmer was throwing it.
And he was screaming and yelling, and I thought they were took the lead. It's no, they actually fell farther behind. He was just screaming and screaming, and I didn't know if it was good or bad.
Let's move on here quick.
Yeah.
National stage, screaming and yelling. I hate this man. I cannot listen to it.
You're number 1?
Yeah. Dickie V. Dick Vitale.
Dickie V, baby.
I can't stand him.
No, if I actually watched stuff Dickie V did, I might hate him.
College basketball NCAA tournament though hurts.
No, that's the only time you listen to him is during the tournament.
He's awful. He is awful.
I don't think he's that annoying.
I love every year
he's
in
terrible.
the NCAA.
He's terrible.
Who's your pick to win it all? Well, I got 17. Oh, well, that's good, Dickie V. Thank you for that.
Fit right into HOBI.
He would. He HOBI'd that shit every year.
He has 101 teams making the tournament.
That's true. This team will not miss the tournament unless this team, this make it.
You gotta score more points to win, baby.
I can't stand Dickie V. Fuck him. What's your number 1, Jeff?
My number 1 falls on the local and national scale.
Ooh.
Does it start with a thumb?
It does. Tom Brenneman.
I like Tom Brenneman.
Tom Brenneman sucks balls.
He's all right.
No, he isn't.
I like Tom Brenneman.
I think he's the worst announcer I've ever heard.
He is kind of a cocky asshole.
He's a cocky asshole who thinks he's always right when most of the time he's wrong. I honestly think he thinks he gets paid by the word because he never shuts up. Well, he's talking about something that has nothing to do with what's going on.
He's already soured on the Reds team for this season. Well, and it hasn't even started yet.
Everybody soured on it this year.
Well, he was just really just bitter on this first thing from Montgomery in or whatever.
He has to watch 140 of these games.
It's true.
And it sucks because, when the Reds actually get to be the Fox game of the week, it's oh good, I can listen to the national broadcasters. Oh crap, it's still Tom. It's I want to get away from listening to Tom, but no, he's doing it for Fox on the national game. And I think, and listening to those games, I'm I feel sorry, this is the national, you should be unbiased. And Tom is definitely biased towards the Reds, even when they're on the national. And I'm if I was the Diamondbacks, fans, I'd be pissed at listening to Tom.
Diamondback fan.
Oh, if I was Joe,
that one retiree that's still up listening to the game
Joe
in Arizona,
is still listening to the game.
Well, there's your top 5.
Man, we go long tonight.
We did go long.
We
Thanks
apologize.
for listening, everybody.
You didn't hang up after the first Blumpkin reference.
History buffs, thanks for listening.
We hope you're still listening.
Bad idea number 158. Listening to Dave Lapham.
Yeah.
There's your bad idea. Next week will be a little bit shorter, hopefully. I can't promise that.
Yeah, no promises.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.